Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fantastic, I hope, one shot of Monster of the Week. I am joined by some truly wonderful people whose links are currently in chat. And what I want to hear from all of them is the answer to three simple questions. Who are you? What do you do? And where can people find you? Jimmy, how about you go first?
Hello! It's a pleasure to be on the stream. My name is Jimmy. I'm a comedian, a role player, former reality TV personality, and you can find me at www.gm4hire.com.au or on Twitter at roleplay_James. I run games, I play games, and I tell jokes.
Fantastic. Echinorlax, what about you?
I'm Echinorlax. I'm mostly playing TTRPG games at whoever channel will have me. And, well, you can also find me on Twitter, writing about TTRPGs and some other stuff.
Excellent. Issy, what about you?
Yes, hello, hi. Let me get the paper. There's nothing on it. Anyway. Yeah, I'm Izzy. I do stuff on Twitter, not Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but I pretend it doesn't exist half the time. But I stream pretty much whatever I feel like on Twitch. I like to think I'm funny, but sometimes people don't agree with that. They're fine to have wrong opinions.
Excellent.
Oh, I also like playing tabletop games. That's why I'm here. Right.
I mean, it helps. Not gonna lie, it
Yeah,
makes
no,
my job
yeah,
easy.
yeah.
All right, Chabi.
Hi, I'm Chabi, also known as Hallway Secrets here on Twitch. Hallway 7 Secrets over on Twitter. I stream stream video games on my own channel, and appear on various RPG channels all over the place.
All right, and your sound is
playing
still
games.
slightly
It's
low,
great.
by the way. Just noticed.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it cranked? Well, the physical mic is all the way up. Let me fix this.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm Polished. If you've found this stream, you have found my channel. We do heaps of role-playing stuff on here, including actual plays like today. We also do Tavern Talks, which is a talk show where we sit around and chat about all things role-playing related. You will find me Friday for Australians, Thursday for the Americans. I don't quite know about the Europeans. On Onyx Path Publishing for a charity drive where I'll be running They Came From Beneath the Sea. That's why today's episode is a bit aquatic themed. Getting in the mood already. So, next thing that I want to know is, just could you please describe your character for everyone? Who are you playing today? Let's go in reverse order this time. So, Chabi, can you tell us about Micah?
So me, okay. Yes, I'm playing Micah. He looks a human. That's a good thing to look sometimes. He's in he seems to be in his mid 20s. Very he's decked out in a blue casual suit. He's about 5'10", medium-sized build, and has slicked back brown hair.
Awesome. Issy, could you please tell us a bit about James?
Well, I'm sure he told you all about everything earlier, but...
Yeah, but we didn't have an audience then.
Oh, no, I meant that. Never mind. That joke flew. Never mind.
I'm multitasking, okay?
As long as someone got it, I'm good. This is the same blank sheet of paper. Anyway, so James is... I had an actual paper somewhere, but it's under my desk and my cat has claimed it, so I have to remember what it said.
It's theirs now.
It is theirs now. Yeah. So James is a janitor here. He is. Oh, good, they got off of it. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I got it. I got the actual paper now. He's sort of like an olive-skinned, brown-haired guy who usually keeps his hair up in a bun because he keeps it real long. But since he's a janitor, it usually gets in the way if you're trying to do any sort of manual labor. He's usually dressed in a janitor uniform, which is not. It's probably about as drab as the rest of the area around him. He just kind of blends into the background, which is exactly what he wants.
Fantastic. What about Dr. Hellmeyer?
Yeah, I also have my paper because we've got through emergency post-nuclear electromagnetic training with pencils and papers. So Dr. Hellmeyer is an older guy dressed in the three-piece suit, neatly tailored. He looks like this old-style medical doctor, but of course he's not. He has multiple PhDs. Don't even ask him for listing them because it will take too much time. I sort of imagined him similar to the doctor from Hellboy, Dr. Broom.
Awesome.
And okay, so I think that's all concerning Dr. Lux.
All right.
Dr. Lux.
What about the nurse?
I am so excited to play this character. The nurse is a nickname. Joel Grey is the character's name. He's a half man, half shark experiment that is only about 6 or so years old, as in 6 years ago. This was an experiment that took place. Looks roughly like a teenage or full-grown adult, with several shark features, including fins and head and jaws, and gills, and most of the time wearing regular street clothes. Likes to kick back when he can.
Awesome. So, I mentioned before that this particular adventure is set on a research station located deeply underwater. It's only been in operation for maybe 10 years, so it's pretty new. It's a truly a technological marvel. It was built in a location that has been one of the hardest to get to in the past. Our research station is located in the Mariana Trench. Stop it! I may have a whole... Okay, I'm gonna spoil the joke. The reason why everyone's laughing is the fact that the adventure I'm running next we're doing a deep sea thing, is based in the Marinara Trench, which is what I keep calling the real version too. So, if it's a trench that begins with an M, we're in the right location.
When I was younger, I mistakenly always called it the Marinara Trench, and nobody corrected me in my family until I was about 16.
See, I just messed it up on stream once, and I haven't let myself forget it since.
Official now.
Now, what are all of you doing on a research station located so far away from literally everything else? What brings you here?
Oh, the internet.
The internet. Would you mind fleshing that out just a tiny little bit?
I suppose, yeah, sure. So James loves conspiracy theories, and over on the many backwoods, the wild part of the internet, the forums where people just talk all sorts of stuff, this place came up a few times, and they said there's some cool stuff going on here, and James immediately went to, if it's cool stuff, it has to be genetic research. I want a job there. it just happened to be that he was also unemployed, so he kind of needed a job anyway. And this place pays pretty well even for a janitor. He didn't have friends anyway. It's fine.
Awesome.
The internet's his friends.
Jimmy, you mentioned that Nurse is a bit different from the others. What's your relationship with this station?
I kind of imagined that with the station, like, Nurse has never been anywhere else. I kind of imagine that the world, I mean, obviously they've been swimming outside the station, but I don't think he realizes that there is a world outside research station. It seems like pretty much all of the human interactions that he has all take place within the station or around the station in that regard. I don't think the idea that there's a human world outside is even something that he has imagined. The station is all he's really ever known.
Do you have someone who, maybe not your creator, but someone you consider to be, this is my person?
Oh, you mean like a pet? Like a pet person?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you think it's a pet person, it could be the person who made you, it could be the one that, being half shark, you threaten to eat.
I kind of like the idea of, coming down to the station to investigate genetic research and coming across a genetic shark man person and then instantly bonding over that. Like, I kind of like the idea that that I'm friends with James because they were so interested in the genetic research side of things. They saw a gigantic shark man and thought that was the easiest way to get more information about this person is to be their friend.
I mean, also, like, how often does James get to be right? The answer is 1 out of 10 at best.
Yeah. And I'm proof of that.
So,
finally, he's right.
We figured out how you know, because what we're effectively doing now is going over the history parts. Obviously, we're allowing things to be modified a little, given that this is a rather unique environment that we're all in. So, Jimmy, could you please mark down your history with Izzy and choose the option that best works? Dr. Hellmeyer, what are your thoughts on Nurse? Or the Nurse, I should say. Do you know they exist?
Well, Dr. Hellmeyer came here a few months ago. He legitimately applied for the job and got it, because maybe his PhDs are fake, but he talks the talk, walks the walk, and researches the research. So, and I'm here because I've also heard many weird stuff is going on, and of course, also in the internet. And well, here I am investigating this weird stuff.
Cool.
So it brings us together.
Yeah. I imagine that, well, the nurse might be this weird stuff that is going on here.
Might be part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
at least, well, the rumors were unspecified, but now the Dr. Hellmeyer is here and so nurse, so oh, right. Of course.
Excellent. So
those madmen.
Again, mechanically, could you please go and mark the best suiting option between yourself and Nurse?
Nurse is the glue that holds us together. It's fine.
It's more that I want to figure out how you all know the half shark before we do the normal, the normal stuff.
That's fair.
Oh, okay. There's an option. There's a very nice option here.
Yeah.
Because I'm hunting monsters down. That's actually my main job. Or you can even say mission or calling. So I think the first thing I wanted to do with the nurse is like slay them. And well, and of course this was all mistake because this is very friendly shark person. But now they know my dark secret that I'm a monster hunter. Because I had to explain myself, of course.
Why did you try to murder me?
Well, you see.
Who
Yeah.
comes to the research station with like wooden stake prepared?
Yeah.
Man, I'd kill for a steak. Just fish all the time.
So, Micah, you're relatively new to this area, right?
Yes, very new.
Do you know
One
any
could
of the
one could
others?
say I just showed up one day,
Yeah. Did you show up today?
and
Yesterday?
by
a
one
month
day I
ago?
mean today.
Today. Okay.
Today.
Have you met any of these people?
Probably after the game actually starts.
Okay. So, do you know anything about the other three? I'll let you say no, because I trust all of you to be able to find each other as a group pretty quickly. It's more if you want
Yeah.
that to be a pre-existing relationship.
I think the pre-existing
Let
relationship
me
between me and the nurse is just
check
fellow
the history
freaks.
real quick.
Also,
Nope, that
you
was
are
where.
you're closest in age to each other. There's nobody that young on the
Mm.
station.
Yeah, probably. It's
Yeah, 6 and like 20s.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
okay.
I don't know anybody yet.
Welcome to the madness. um,
I had a connection in mind, but it kind of blew up.
okay. Gosh, it's not all confusing when a character goes by James and a player goes by Jimmy.
I didn't realize that when I named the guy, honestly.
So,
I did.
James, how do you know the nurse? Is this friendship mutual? Do you feel the same way?
Yes, I also am an isolated Florida man. And this is an isolated shark. Sharks are native to Florida, as we all know. I was compelled to form a bond of friendship with this fellow shark man.
Do you know that Dr. Hellmeyer tried killing the nurse?
I ain't happy about it, probably, if I do. I want to go with no, I think. Maybe the nurse would not have told me just to spare my feelings.
Yeah,
might be mad.
I was very sorry and I profusely apologized and explained myself. So, and I'm very very grateful.
Yeah, he
that
was sorry.
the
There was no
secret is
issue,
being
right?
kept.
If you ever attempt to murder someone, just apologize afterwards and you're all good.
Of
Well,
course.
not afterwards. Better before.
Okay, that's fair.
Blam! Whoops, my bad.
Oh.
Sorry, dude.
Oh no, I'm so sorry about all of this.
So James,
It's not you, it's
how do you and Dr. Hellmeyer know each other if you don't know about the attempted murder?
Because I'm the janitor and I get everywhere.
Yeah, so just knowing like, oh, I've seen you, I know your work, because I clean up your mess.
Yes,
That's
I
what you
clean
do?
up all the messes you've done. Yes, with this handy dandy super tech mop. It's just a mop that I spray painted silver.
And Dr.
Love it.
Hellmeyer is, of course, friends with janitor because it's standard operating procedure for Monster Hunter to be friends with janitors. They have access everywhere.
Excellent. Alright, so I think we're going to start with the camera focusing on the nurse because I want to know what's your morning routine like when you're getting out of bed today, assuming you even use a bed. Maybe you don't.
it's more of a floating tank. Like the idea is that when I sleep, what I'm actually doing is I'm submerged in water, and my brain doesn't process in the same speed that it normally was, because I've kind of got to keep moving when I'm in the water.
Mm.
But I
Probably
imagine
joking
that
you
like
sleep in a water.
waterbed, funny.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I
thought you were
imagine
gonna say. I'm gonna be honest.
what I imagine I'm basically doing is like I've been at the station, ever since I was ever since I can remember, I've been given like scientific tests to like, when I wake up, how many laps of my little sleepy waterbed pool can I make across to try and increase endurance and things like that, and report that. I've got like a little monitor maybe that I'm wearing on my bicep that's measuring my heart rate and things like that as I'm doing the, back and forth, Olympic level swimming. So not perfect for a shark yet, but still very good for a person. And I imagine that I don't know if there's anyone watching me do this, or whether or not the app itself is just reporting back to somewhere on the station. I think I'm just alone swimming
Okay.
back and forth.
So I'm curious, are you able to be out of the water? Like, can you breathe air?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I
cool.
have lungs and gills.
So we don't need to resort to like a hamster ball situation to get you around. You can move
Oh,
perfectly.
as hilarious as I think that would be, like, I think that it's much better if I can get out of the, and get out of the pool and breathe normal air like a person normally would, and like I've got a weird hybrid lung system.
Awesome.
Works.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing this fine morning? You only know that it's morning because the lights here are trying their best to simulate a normal circadian rhythm. Um, you are very, very far down in general. It is completely dark outside except when they try to use some very, very strong lights to light up specific areas. But you can't see any daylight this far down. So,
Doctor starts with gymnastics.
of course.
It's half of the station hears the creaking noises of Doctor's knees. But it's very important because I plan to be in shape to hunt monsters like at least till 18.
So, is this a solitary activity? Is there a group class that you go to with other
No, my
researchers?
first thing, like standing up, few. What's the word?
Jumping jacks?
Squats,
Squats? Okay, cool.
because they are the loudest.
Let's get the loud part out of the way first. Excellent. All right, James,
Creaking of the
what
keys.
do you do in the morning? Where are you right now?
Well, if it's early in the morning, I've probably been up because he doesn't have any friends even on the station. He's basically friends with just the nurse and like the other janitorial staff. So they put him on like the equivalent of third shift. So he's probably like halfway through his shift, just mopping some of the floors. Like, oh, the nurse is awake. Great, mop.
Fantastic. So, you have
That's the
someone
sound
who's
effect.
working with you today. Another member of the janitorial staff. Can you tell me about them, please? What's the name? How do you get along? What do they look like?
Well, I'll say this is Gwen. She's usually also on the third shift just because she doesn't talk much. Not because she doesn't like anybody, but just because talking's hard. And James will say enough to fill in all the blank space so she doesn't have to worry about it.
Excellent. Okay.
She probably just like towers over him because James is not a tall man.
Um, Micah, do you know what your next mission is going to be? Have you received your orders?
I think they're very vague orders, but it would include where to go, and the fact that there are people making intentionally affronts to God's plan,
Mm.
and he needs to stop that.
So,
Wow, harsh.
have you been given any directory as to how? Is it a sort of please stop it, or is it a let's turn you all into salt pillars type situation?
Making abominations to God.
Salt pillars have been authorized, but that's
Mm.
not necessarily the demand.
Okay.
It's more of a, if possible, just sabotage it. But if something needs to be turned into salt, so be it.
Okay. Good to know. You have been notified that there is someone on this research station who has helped. Effectively, they were either the whistleblower or a planted agent who wanted to confirm a bit more what was going on before they sent in the cavalry. Can you tell me a bit about this person? Who's your contact on the station?
Dang it.
You can go with
Sorry,
me.
I'm
if
just
you...
gonna have dead space for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think actually I think I will go with that. The good doctor had in his initial plan to kind of, go hunt in this station, sort of put out a is the doctor religious at all?
No. Let's say that I've received a message on the forum from somebody with the nick. Well,
Angel Babe 23.
something
Yeah.
like that. Something.
Don't know why that was the first thing that popped into my mind.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Angel Babe 316. Got in contact with the doctor.
So yes, this is a very respected member of our community, and they asked me kindly to provide support to this person, and when they asked me kindly, I provide.
Yeah, and they're very their kind of specialty as far as folklore goes is the Catholic angelic folklore, and sort of unwittingly through requesting this advice on such a heavy thing that they came across, the sort of unintentional a prayer of sorts sort of went out through the ether.
Excellent.
And I am the answer to that prayer.
So, I'll say that both the good doctor and Micah, you have some sort of device that allows you to access this type of information. Now, it may not be a regular phone, given where we are. Cell phone reception is not a thing.
Fair.
And I don't know if Micah would use a phone at all, but you do have a way to check in to see if there are
some
updates.
mystical device.
Yeah, if you want it to be a data pad, it's up to you what your device looks like. I might ask you to describe it later.
Okay, I just imagined the thing.
Cool. I think James may very well have one of these as well, given that he hangs out on the same online environment. So you do have a way to access the internet.
Don't worry, let me just talk to my really knowledgeable friend. The doctor's pad goes off.
There's just some sketchy guy on the internet giving out these ancient relics that are really no better than magical pagers.
It's just a sort
I
of
imagined
small stone slab of things just appear and disappear.
Yeah.
I imagine the kind of PDA with like little rounded screen, black and green, like stuff from
Yep.
the 60s. And
Micah shows up as cuneiform, like
almost steampunk looking.
Okay.
And it operates on the wave not known to science.
Excellent.
How does it function?
Dr.
It's
Hellmeyer,
mystic.
what's the name of your closest colleague on this research station?
My closest colleague. I suppose this won't be somebody I'm working with, definitely.
Okay.
They all hate me.
Awesome.
So yeah, I imagine that would be some research fellow, like furthest away from my work here as possible. Maybe, I don't know. Somebody in electronics working on the sonars here or something like that.
someone in IT.
Yeah, someone in IT, yeah.
I'll make them an electronic
That's also
engineer.
standard operating procedure.
Working
Make friends with IT
American
and the
engineering
janitors.
in general, so that I can move them around a bit. What's their name?
Let's make it a multinational station.
If you're gonna throw a long Polish name at me, I'm gonna
No,
be so
I was-
terrified.
No. I imagined completely else. I imagined
Okay.
close to the Mariana Trench, like Dr. Sulu.
Sulu? Okay. Fantastic.
Perfect.
See, my audio glitched out for just a second there, and I heard Dr. Zorro, and I was like, oh yeah, that's great.
Alright. Micah, how do you make your arrival? Because this place is not where you would normally be, so where do you try to... How do you go about getting entry?
So I was thinking I could use one of my moves in conjunction with like the divine powers that be are sending me there, because normally it needs to be somewhere that I've been before.
Mhm.
But if there's like a visions involved in it,
Excellent.
kind of like tweak it so I get there.
Alright. It's a bit harder. Even with divine intervention, literally, it's hard to get to the exact right spot. And you were meant to appear in a discreet corridor, the equivalent of an alleyway, but you appear in the room next to it. In fact, where
Whoops.
you emerge is inside a pool.
Perfect.
Now, in this pool, you're not alone. You've got one more person who's already there. Hey, nurse, something is in your pool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I imagine so. Like, it's a pretty like it would be a reasonably deep pool, right? The idea is that it's like 12 feet deep. You know, with the idea being that you can swim down and up and do all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I've just seen someone who's basically stopped right in front of my laps and collided into them. And it's taken me a couple of seconds to shake that off. And I think that probably my first instinct would be to try and help this person to the surface, to just like literally just and get them towards the edge of my pool where there's like not a seat exactly, but like a deck or something that researchers can stand on to view me from above. and I'm just gonna hoik this person up and put them on there
So,
so that they're safe and out of the water.
thanks, background noise. Sorry, I got someone reversing or something. That's what the beeping is.
No, good.
Well, the good news, I didn't hear it at all.
So, when Micah is able to regain a little bit of focus after, the slight
After-
misadventure with divine teleportation, what does he see?
Is this a question for
Yeah,
Nurse?
for the nurse,
Or-
yeah.
Camera.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's...
I imagine that what happened is before they can see anything, they just feel this big shot to the chest as they're body checked by a not slow swimming shark that just
Right.
crashes into them, and then they just sort of they feel their sides get not compressed but certainly tight as a giant my hands effectively cover your entire midsection. Like you just sort of see the water like a flurry of bubbles pretty much until you break the surface and maybe take that first breath, and then you just feel something underneath you as and as you sort of gain a little bit of consciousness, you can kind of see, I mean, you'd probably call it a smile, like a big a big mouthful of jaws and like a nice big round face with, you probably can't see the fin on my back, but you can definitely see the grey flesh and the dorsal fins on my arms as I've put you down, and I'm checking. You look like you're okay, and I sort of pull back to give you a better look and just sort of like, you're new here.
So when Micah's feet hit solid ground, his hair's like kind of long, but it's always slicked back. But since it's now soaked, it's just kind of plastered onto his face and just barely almost covering his eyes. And he just like slicks it back and just like spurts water out of his mouth. Hate it when I miss. Oh. Well, this will be easier than I thought. And
Found it! Job done!
yep. And he sort of like pops his arm, like extends his arm down, and in his hand appears something that like vaguely resembles a short sword, but doesn't look like your classic sword. It's almost more like a spike of pure like bright shining metal.
Oh no.
That's where a voice comes in over loudspeaker. And the nurse has heard this several times. This is one of the people who sits and monitors the live feed of your of the app that is being transmitted.
Yep.
And I just hear a voice going, "Is everything all right? You've stopped swimming. We've got 10 laps to go."
How am I gonna handle this? Sorry, got interrupted. Resuming now, and I just dive back under the water and start going back and forth for the 10 laps. It probably only takes me a couple of seconds, and then I swim back up, and I'm like, oh, did you guys hear?
Sorry? The voice comes back over the speaker.
There's the new arrival is here. Imagine, like, you know how occasionally you send someone down to me to check me out. That person has come down. It's weird that they normally have an escort. Maybe they wandered away or something. But they're down here. I'm just gonna, attempt the deep sea dive, and I just sort of drop down to the at the bottom. Maybe I press a button on the monitoring thing and dive back down.
So Micah just kind of goes, ah, shit. And then the sword disappears again. And he starts frantically looking for a place to hide, I guess. But
You hear a
I don't know how
voice
accessible that would be.
instantly over the loudspeaker again going, "This is Dr. Sophie Sampson. Please identify yourself."
Is there any obvious, like, viewport or camera?
Strangely enough, no.
I'm not going to respond to that.
Please verify your identity, otherwise a security alert will be issued immediately. And then you hear slightly afterwards, "Joel, if this is another prank, I'm not having it."
I pop back up and sort of try and speak to my new friend here, and say that
Who is no longer armed, I will remind you.
like, um like, look, you should definitely, like, the doc's a good person. You should definitely, like, tell them who you are. They're not gonna hurt you. Like, they look after me really, really well. There's always plenty of fish for me to eat. They probably just want, like, they don't want to hurt you. You should just be friends. They're not here to hurt you. Also, if you don't prove that you exist, I'm really concerned they're going to take away my meal for this evening, and I may have played a couple of practical jokes in the past, but I really don't feel like I'm ready to lose another meal at this point. I'm not trying to intimidate there, but I feel like there's a real chance.
Well, I'm not sure.
Micah's actually making these faces that I'm just kind of like, is this really happening? Like, there's a very obvious look of disbelief on his face that, like,
This is my law.
A, nurse is talking, and B, much friendlier than anticipated.
Same message comes through again. Please identify yourself immediately.
I'm trying to think of a last name. I didn't come up with one.
I don't know, do divine agents have last names?
Well, no, but he's gonna lie.
One second, just thinking up a last name that I can give you.
One moment, please, while I think of a last name.
Micah Andrews.
Hi, Micah. My name's Joel.
Dr. Hellmeyer, one of your colleagues has been seated at her desk reading over several different streams of live data at the same time. You've heard her side of this conversation. Dr. Sophie Sampson is in her late 30s. She is a woman with short blonde hair, very professional, and is also known for being one of the more social members of the research station, and that's especially why she works with um, tasks like Joel's, where she's required to be a bit more interactive with the people she checks in on.
Did my contact provided me with name of person whom I to provide support?
That's up to you. Actually, Micah, have you told someone what your name is going to be that you're using for this?
Oh, not at all.
Okay, so I'm
No.
still waiting for my the mystical device to start to ping, like I got message, because that's how I expected to be contacted by this new arrival.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no message at this point.
So yeah, I'm just.
She looks up from her desk and looks at you, sort of for. Did you hear that?
I was not paying attention to her work because it's mundane and I'm not interesting at all.
Of course. I
Nothing interesting about watching a Sharkman exercise.
Well, talking
So
with
far,
shark,
a bunch of
doing
assholes.
experiments on the sharkman, yes, but watching a young doctor watching the shark, no, that's not interesting.
something interrupted
Watching
the
the
nurse.
person watch the shark.
I'm trying to get them to identify
Oh.
themselves. Do you know a Micah Andrews?
I don't know for sure because I don't know. I don't need to check that. Yeah, no. And I look at the monitors. More interested this time. So what's going there?
So
I'm asking Sophie.
well, the nurse was swimming this morning as he always does, and before he finished, something appeared to interrupt. So I checked in on him, and he said there was a new arrival.
Okay,
I can't remember anyone being assigned to this.
Okay. I prop my glasses a bit better. I'll look into this personally.
Do you want me to send someone with you?
No. Well, sometimes there are rivals. Maybe they got lost.
How do they end up with the nurse? It's not exactly.
They got
surface
very
level.
lost. I mean, maybe there were rivals on the night. Actually, is there maybe our base clock got messed up again? How do we even know it's a morning?
Thank you so much for that follow, Phantom. Dr. Hellmeyer, I'm gonna need you to roll to manipulate someone.
Okay.
So unless you have a move that changes the stat you're using, it's your charm.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I'm glad he went high because I went like negatives.
Of course I'm negative.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but my charm is also not great.
I think mine's negative. I don't actually know because I just looked at it and went, it doesn't matter.
So thank you so much,
Oh, no.
Anish, for that raid. It's very appreciated.
Okay, at least I gathered the experience. That's what I love about Monster of the Week.
Ooh.
So that
6.
was.
I love the
6.
picture that pops up for it.
Yeah, it's very animated. You
It's just,
do get a
oh,
point
no.
of experience from that failed roll. And she just looks at you and goes, "Look, I'm not going to send you in there alone. I mean, obviously nurses can look after themselves, but look, at the very least, bring someone with you."
Okay, let's call the security and I meet them at the door.
Okay, do you want to do that? Or do you want me to? I'm gonna
Okay,
monitor this. I'm listening the entire time.
Okay, keep looking. I'll be going and I'll contact them on the way.
Okay. I'll make sure to check in with you. Let me know when you're there, please.
Okay.
All right.
Can I would be, since I've done my exercises, can
Mm.
James come and play? Can I see James?
If he's finished with his shift, I'm sure that's up to him. You're done for the day. That's not my main concern right now, Joel. Who's with you? What do they look like?
Wet.
You're not wrong.
I've got hair all over their face. Honestly, they're wearing a really weird clothes. I'm not sure that I've ever seen a suit before. Strange. It's got a weird dangly part around their neck. Looks like they're wearing one of the. They don't have one of those slippy ones. It looks like they've got one of the where you do this so that it doesn't open at the front.
Thankfully,
I'm having
Dr.
so much fun
Samson
with this
has
character.
worked with you for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we have someone coming to check in on you. Let me know immediately if something's up. I'm gonna be here the entire time, Joel.
While this conversation is happening, Mike is gonna pull out his mystical iPad and just type out crash landing. I've been made. And send it to the doctor.
Like the worst spy ever.
Yep. Listen, I was sent here, okay? It's not my fault the teleport went pear-shaped.
Right before you say this, you do hear the static of the speaker go away as the connection is dampened and goes from being entirely active to it appears they've stopped listening in completely, probably because they're talking to someone else. So your mention of a teleport may not have been noticed.
Oh, I didn't. That was not in character.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
No.
Like,
The only in
shark
character
numbers
reference
on it.
to it was crash landing. It's
Okay.
the only Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. That's when, after crash landing, is when you hear that go silent. At this point, James, I think you've finished your shift. Ben looks
good.
very happy to be done.
Would you like me to walk you back to your room, Gwen?
It's okay. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, great. I'll see you tomorrow then.
She gives you a bit of a confused look, but it was a particularly heavy shift. Whoever had been working last night, absolute slobs.
No, of course, yeah. No, I don't know who it was though. I should maybe Joel would know. Yeah, I should ask him.
You mean the shark?
Yeah, my best buddy.
She just shrugs. It's not the strangest thing she's ever heard you say. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Yeah, James is just generally stoked to be here, which is probably just everyone else's enthusiasms around here, but his is like up here.
He is very thrilled to be cleaning.
That's a really great little character beat. I love it.
Okay,
Alright,
let's see. What is it that I want to do? I have where did I put the... Oh, right. No, I left everything back in my room. I'm done with my shift, so since I'm best buddies with the nurse down here, I'm gonna go over to the pool. He's probably done by now. He's always done in like 30 seconds.
It's not the most extensive morning workout, but yeah, he's normally done around now.
Yeah, I think the internet calls it like high interval train. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Is there anything
Yeah,
you
so
want
he
to
just,
do
like,
on
you
the
know-
way, or do you head straight to the nurse's room?
He does that thing where he would check his phone while walking and probably bump into a couple of things, but in this case, it's more like what would look like a almost steampunky mystical thing, but it looks more like an iPhone that he just slapped a bunch of like cases and shark stickers on.
So your slightly home-rigged and modified iPhone looks far more advanced than it actually is. But
Yes,
you
he
do
put a
see
case
sort
on.
of your news feed with updates on all of the important matters of the world. There's been a sighting of Bigfoot in Washington. It's a decently credible one. It was a ranger who reported it.
Oh, they're all high. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it could be. There's been reports of mermaids outside of near the coast of New Zealand.
Oh, that might have. Maybe this facility produced mermaids and just released them out into the wild.
Could be. There's also a note on suspected animal testing in Germany that may have gone wrong. There's a lab there that has been in an emergency shutdown for the last 3 hours. Yeah, that's what's going on in the world of cryptozoology and conspiracies since you last checked.
Oh man, that'd be cool. But it's fine. It's all cool. None of it really matters that much. Let's go see Joel. We'll see Joel.
All right. You arrive outside the door to Joel's pool. Moment or two later. It's surprisingly close to where you were working, so very easy journey.
It's almost like he planned it that way.
I
Finish the
know,
shift
right?
as far as possible. Finish the shift as close as possible to his friend, so he could just like
Drop by.
slack off. It doesn't matter that his room is like in the opposite direction on the other side of the base. It's fine. So he just like knocks on the door using the. It's his mop. He considers it his mop.
Although carries it around after the shift.
He spray painted a mop and keeps it with him and like wraps it on the door because it makes a better noise than his hands do.
Alright, well,
I think that's also. I reckon that I would like, Joel's here and like leap out of the tank, Free Willy style. I just sort of,
imagine my
maybe even
splashed as you do this.
Yeah.
You were trying to dry off, like wiping things on, and just a sploosh of water on you again.
Just like wringing out my jacket. Just.
This is my favorite character. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna open the doors. Joel. No, I'm Joel.
I love that that's how you introduce yourself whenever you open the door.
Mike, it's just you're
It's
both
Joel.
Hey, you're right.
James.
It is Joel. What's up, buddy?
I don't know. Like, do we have like a secret handshake? Like maybe. Oh, you've tried teaching me to high five, and I'm still
like
bad at it.
It's like low-fiving for you. Like up top. Wait,
Yeah.
No, low
Yeah.
for you, high for me.
Yeah, so I just like.
Not quite built for this
Just
motion.
awkward.
Yeah.
You might try like swinging down with your arms. That might work better with the momentum.
Yeah.
It's got to make a slapping noise, but I don't know if your skin does that right.
Have you met Micah?
Who?
Micah's my new friend. And I
Oh, you
gesture
made
I'm just
towards
standing on the observation dock. Just
Did he fall in the pool?
At first, but I saved him because that's what a good shark would do.
Yes,
I
you gotta be
saved
the
him.
best shark you can be.
Want to make you proud, James.
Thank you. Come on, let's go. Let's go talk to your new friend. Please introduce me. Your friend is my friend.
Mike
mean-
is just confused because he's met the man who's made sharks, and he knows that's not what a good shark would do.
It's not programmed to do this.
Something's wrong here.
This is my Micah. This is my friend James. James, this is my new friend Micah. Micah fell into my pool.
You gotta be careful. The sides are real slippery.
Yeah.
I try to mop them
Yeah.
up, but you know, it's a pool.
Yeah, I'll remember that next time.
Yeah, actually, you know, you're new. You don't know where the laundry is. If you come with me, we can take you to the laundry and dry off some of your clothes.
Yes. This sounds like a good idea.
Cool, great, yeah.
Do you all head
Will you be
to the
back
laundry?
later, James?
Or
Oh yeah. I'll come to the laundry with you.
Yes, you can come. Of course, you can come to the laundry. You're done for the day. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm with you. They know where I am.
It's true.
So
yeah, I
last-
like that.
No, yesterday I told you about how mermaids are, right? So today I'm going to tell you the story of Bigfoot. Okay? As they start like walking down the hall.
so, as the three of you, I assume, exit the room. Dr. Hellmeyer, did you end up calling security?
Well, I was using my mystical communicator to talk with new arrival, who confirmed the arrival.
Yeah, you've gotten a note of confirmation.
Yes, and request for a towel. So I didn't call the security, and I'm going. I went. I increased my pace, walking to the Joel's pool.
All right.
So I guess I would be a rival because that's not a big base. I think.
Would you actually try to bring him a towel? That's the real question.
No.
Great.
Well, I have.
I honestly didn't expect one anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, I need to take care of the security problem first, then the wetness problem,
So,
like hierarchy.
yeah, as you walk around the corner, you see three people exiting the nurse's room.
Oh, and that gives me the idea because I actually wanted to have to tell something, Dr. Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
so I contact her on walkie-talkies or something else. We have probably like that.
Mm-hmm. What do you
Oh,
say?
I've met James. He's going with me.
The janitor?
As in,
He wanted me to go with somebody, so I'm going with somebody. He's employed here.
Did you call security?
He's here.
He's a janitor, not security.
I like the idea that
Young,
this.
young lady, you really need to respect our hardworking colleagues more.
Young lady, that's a report that's going to be filed against you, Dr. Hellmeyer.
I will file a counter report.
Good luck with that. I will send security teams to check on you, since apparently you can't tell that people have different jobs around here. And the communication is broken.
Awesome.
After the click, HR will hear about this.
Just like as they get close. So anyway, yes, the name's like just a real descriptive. He's got really big feet, like the size of my arm long.
Must
Excuse
be
me.
really good for swimming.
You'd think so, but
Excuse
he's a
me?
land creature. Hey, you. Yeah. What's up?
Apparently, you
Hey,
are
Doc.
you're not getting enough respect here. Dr. Samson really
Sure.
doesn't believe in janitorial services here.
Dr. Sampson knows the difference between a janitor and security
Wait.
staff.
To which James has to respond, who?
I
Oh,
have
the new lady.
PhDs in STEM sciences, not in social studies. I don't need to know this.
I got an associate's in social studies. Yeah, just let me walk out with it. It's fine.
Excuse me. We have a problem. Your arrival has been noticed. I'm talking to Micah.
Yeah,
Also,
and
why
Micah
didn't you contact me before arrival? These devices
Micah
have
looks at
like
Joel.
interdimensional range.
Micah looks at Joel and then looks back and goes, "Yes, I understand that I've been noticed."
He fell in the pool. Didn't he, Joel? He fell in the pool.
I helped him.
See?
I helped him.
Joel was a good shark
Very
today.
good. Very
That's why
good.
we're
of you.
taking Micah to the laundry room to dry his clothes off.
That might
Micah, do you
help
know
us
that-
solve our security problem. Okay,
Also, I can
Actually-
mop up the wetness because I have my mop.
that's not a problem.
It's not because I have my mop.
I'm just imagining
Yes.
us walking down the hallway, James talking about Bigfoot, and trailing behind Micah, just mopping up as we go.
Oh, that girl called security. We have to do something about this. And I'm checking in my bag. Do I have some sort of ID or clearance for Micah? That's preparedness.
It is preparedness. It was like, I know what you're gonna roll. Is that your... Ooh, which stat is that for preparedness? Let me check.
Sharp.
It's sharp? Awesome.
Sharp.
Go ahead and roll, please.
Mixed success.
Success.
You do have some fake IDs and security clearances. It's just, you know, you didn't get told about this arrival before leaving your room this morning. So you have them, just
I
not
picked-
on you.
Oh, okay. Mm,
So yeah, we're gonna dry off the
So-
clothes, and then I guess we can.
Uh,
You're new, right, Micah? We can give you a tour, right?
no, take them to the laundry. That's a good spot. Nobody will look for him there. I'll get some fake ID for you, my friend, from my quarters.
Wait, why does he need a fake?
I love the fact
Yeah,
that I
why-
thought introduction was going to be quick, and here we are an hour later, and you've just met.
Right?
You know,
Love this
it's
game.
It's
fine.
quick.
That's quick depending on the game.
True.
That's
It's
pretty
fine.
quick,
It's
I would
only a little bit my fault. It's fine.
Only a little bit. I didn't help. I should have helped.
Nurse helped a lot.
I'm good at helping.
Yeah, that's what they
That's
said.
what I do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm a helpful shark.
take him to the laundry, and I'll bring the ID there. And
Sure,
Dr.
yeah, we'll
Hermeyer
start-
is
we'll start-
running
we'll start
with the brisk pace of 16 years old
Nice.
scientist.
As soon as he gets out of earshot, what a
So,
weird guy.
2 hours later, you'll make it back to the laundry, I'm guessing? Or is it
Nah.
faster than that?
No, that's really. I'm in good shape. I exercise,
Indeed, you did squats this morning.
He did. His knees are all limbered
and
up.
all the mornings before.
Well, your knees are happy about it. So yeah, obviously you know where you live, and you know exactly where you keep your stash of contraband, so to speak. So it's not going to take you terribly long. Does the conversation continue about Bigfoot as your? the rest
I'm
of your
fascinated
houses
by. So, a land creature,
Yes,
that
it's a creature that walks-
exclusively
Yeah, no, it's not like you.
Exclusively lives on land.
Yeah, it's weird actually. Most creatures actually are like either one or the other. There are not a whole lot. There's a good bit that are like you that go back and forth, but most of them don't like breathe water and frogs. I should tell you about frogs. Remind me to tell you about frogs tomorrow.
Frog.
Yeah, say it with me. Frog.
Frog.
There, good. Yes,
Frog.
A plus pronunciation. Good. We'll have you speaking fluently yet.
What's Micah's reaction to all this?
He's very clearly still wearing like a janitorial uniform with like James on the name tag.
Yeah. He's a little more focused on how to fix the fuck up than deal with their banter a little bit. He does like mentally be like, Bigfoot's not real. Bigfoot's not real. Just
So
Wait, be real.
the two of you who actually work here, you do get on your work compad a notification about a security breach. And
that's out of
there
my
will be a
department.
sweep of the sector commencing shortly. Please have your identification at hand.
Sorry, I just love the idea of carrying around a card.
You kept
now that you're some other shark boy.
I have,
Yeah.
I have a feeling that
I've got
the
a little-
nurse has requested a card. It's like, I want one too!
Yeah. It's just like a lanyard that I wear at all times. Look, I'm Joel the Nurse Grey. I am here.
Yes, we know.
It's
Yes,
just
good.
a very,
They
very
scan
bad,
the
obviously,
card.
like, someone did it on their lunch break. I think it may even have been Dr. Samson who did it and gave it to you
Oh,
as a gift because she knows you want
The
it
most
so
they did it was
badly.
like waterproof it, maybe because he's in
Yeah,
the
it's
water
just
and
like,
wearing
it's
the fit.
plastic.
It's laminated, but it's like printed inside.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's
It's the best kind. They make a big show of scanning it for him.
Yes.
Yeah. This is my favorite character ever.
oh look,
Okay,
the rails way over there.
So anyway, okay, so security's coming soon. I guess the doc better come back with your ID, huh? So laundry. Do you know how to do laundry? I don't know if anybody knows how to do laundry in this place. You've seen their laundry. No, wait, you haven't. You're new. That's right. Never mind. I'll show you how bad the laundry is. Yeah, no, James is going to continue taking them to the laundry room. The doc knows exactly where they're going to be, the laundry room.
Yeah, I mean, you find your way there, you know the building.
Yep.
So you know that the sweep is going to start pretty soon. So what do you all do?
Okay, so while your clothes are drying, I guess I can get you I can loan you one of my uniforms. It might be a little tight because it looks like you have a lot more muscle than I do, a lot more everything than I do. So are you like a large or an extra large?
Large.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, he'll just grab like an extra janitor uniform that's probably sitting around the laundry. Because they're always going to be sitting around. I figure they're always sitting around. Extras would be sitting around the laundry just because like janitors get shit spilled on them all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is for you while your clothes are drying, and because that's going to take a bit. But I don't want you not wearing pants. That's like indecent. Joel's fine because I don't know what Joel even is anymore.
I am actually wearing clothes, but I'm very confused by the concept.
You wear them into the pool as well?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I've been told you should always be wearing clothes. No, it's the decent thing to do. And, okay, I will
Always
continue
got
to wear these clothes.
Have they gotten you a second pair of pants yet, Joel?
Why would I need a second pair of pants? I'm not sure why I need a first pair of pants. Maybe you can help explain that.
Neither
think
am
it-
I.
I don't think I'm qualified for that one because I don't like wearing pants either. Pants suck.
Yeah, they're very constraining. Anyway, and then I'm gonna like go somewhere to change, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
We're also just
Sorry.
waiting for the doctor to get to the laundry room.
Yeah.
Solid. I'm like, why am I typing that out? Dr. Hellmeyer, you can rejoin the group when you think you've had enough time to go back and get it and come back. Is there anything else that you want to do on the way, though?
I take a look at that ID and will it pass for Marcus?
You think that it may not hold up to the closest of inspections, but if someone's just scanning it quickly, it shouldn't be a problem. It's a sort of, if they actually do sit down to investigate it instead of doing a quick sweep. Yeah. Like, it's pretty hard to get in here in the first place, and there's not, fake IDs are normally not a problem. Because, again, it's a pretty hard location to get into. Especially without having, like, you don't get into a pool with a shark man in it near the bottom of the ocean, without having like gone through several checkpoints. So they're just it's probably someone who's in the wrong area.
They probably don't have.
So I'm running with the
protocols.
ID to the laundry.
With the clickety clack of his knees.
Yes.
Yes, I'm already a bit exhausted.
Don't worry, I'm sure if you get tired, Joel will pick you up and carry you in his big arms.
Well, I mean, I'm in the laundry with you, so
I mean, when he gets here.
yeah.
Standing is exhausting. Let me fix that.
Yeah, standing is exhausting.
So yeah, you hear loud breathing and footsteps, and louder breathing, and even louder breathing, and the doctor arrives.
I love the idea that the footsteps don't get louder, but the breathing does.
Oh,
You cut out there.
Yeah. I love the idea that the breathing gets louder, but the footsteps don't.
right.
Okay, that's good.
It sounds a bit weird in this place. It's the acoustics are a tad off. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So Micah
Take it.
comes out from like around the corner in his janitor uniform that he's been gifted. You could tell.
So what the ID
it's
says?
pulling at the buttons.
What the ID says? Who does it belong to?
Load.
Did you tell, Micah, did you tell Dr. Hellmeyer, or did you tell your contact what name you were using?
No, you already asked that. No, that's sort of blank. That's sort of pre-prepared fake ID. Micah needs to learn.
I have a question
Yes.
about how the use magic move works.
Effectively, you tell me what you want to do, and then you roll.
Yeah, fixing that ID is
Because I was
something
thinking
I
of
would-
some sort of glamour, like some sort of like either psychic paper effect, like a la Doctor Who, or like just change the wording on it.
Yeah, do you want to change your appearance, or do you want to change the ID? It's easier to change the ID. I'll put it that
Yeah,
way.
I would change the ID to just like actually have a picture of a dry Micah giving a smile, and
Oh yeah, so because
have-
I was also thinking about that, let's say I would help.
Okay, so, Dr. Hellmeyer, can you roll to help? I think that's your cool, I'm pretty sure.
Cool, not weird.
for helping.
Okay.
Oh, so
Oh, sorry.
there's a few different
Yeah, sorry,
scenarios
my
in this
bad. Yeah.
game. So that's the wrong one that I'm looking at.
So cool. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it should be. 'Cause there's a specific help action and a specific one to do magic.
Perfect.
However, you think that, look, you don't know this person. It's kind of hard to make it match up with the ID. Do you have much experience with magic, Dr. Helmer?
Me?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. So it's a sort of, you try to help, but it's mainly like holding the ID forward.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
not, you don't hinder their efforts, but it doesn't really do much to help either. You've already brought the ID,
Alright.
so you're halfway there.
Yeah.
Now, Micah, could you please roll me your weird? Unless you have a stat that allows you, a move that allows you to use a different stat
Nope.
for use
It's
magic.
gonna be weird. Let's get weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
because everything's been so
7.
normal so
Mixed
far.
success.
Awesome. So,
Yes, with the shark man.
you are going to be able to change this and make it a pretty passable one. But there's a glitch. Among those glitches, which one do you want?
Let's find the right part. There we go. Use magic. Glitches.
So there should be.
Effect is weakened. Short duration.
Are we all able to?
Take
No.
1
Okay.
harm.
Just because I thought I'd done this already, there are handouts. Stop it. There we go.
The moves
roll
are
20.
on the character sheets
Oh, yeah. No, I have-
on top. On top of
I have-
of character sheets, you need to click Hunter moves reference.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I normally for the other Monster of the Week game that I run, we use the other set of
Use
character
magic
sheets.
glitches. Yeah, I'm using the PDF too. So like
Awesome.
I'm looking at the list.
And there's also, under handouts, you should now all be able to see a Hunter reference 1 and 2. That has all of the basic moves on there, in case you need to double check them.
Yep.
Just thought I'd made it visible to players and I hadn't. Oops.
Harm doesn't seem appropriate.
Paper cut maybe, but yeah.
Maybe a problematic side effect, like it moves. Is
like-
your ID moving?
No.
So, effectively, pick which glitch, and then I'll let you know how it plays out.
Yeah. We'll do problematic side effect.
Okay. It does indeed move. It's a case of this photo of you keeps changing position. So occasionally you're smiling.
Damn it.
There's definitely at least one where you're like this. And yeah, you're just in different poses, and you hope it's sort of on a rotating, like there's about 6 of them. So you need to hand it over at the exact right moment to have the professional look.
Good.
So you need to time it carefully.
James has got a
You've
big
done?
old freaking smile on his.
If you're done, we have to move fast. We need to
Oh, yeah,
take
there's like
the
this-
initiative.
Yeah, there's like a security sweep coming soon. We'll be fine. He's got his ID. We're good, right? Joel, you got
Oh, no.
yours?
Yes, I do.
Good, good.
You're
good.
around my neck like it always is.
If you are the one to take the initiative, it always works better. Standard operating procedure. Let's find a security patrol ourselves.
Okay, but wait, why?
Because they are looking for him.
Oh,
If he finds
because that's supposed to
himself
be here. That's
first,
why you said
He's
fake
not.
ID.
He must be innocent, right?
Oh, how did you
A
get so
little-
below the ocean?
A
Oh,
little,
I
a
feel
little
so dumb.
quieter. A little quieter with that, please.
Oh, don't worry, it's fine. No one pays attention to me anyway.
Okay, fair.
I pay attention to you. So this
So
Oh,
yeah,
right. Of
Micah
course
is
you
not
do, of
supposed to
course.
be
Sorry.
here? Why aren't you supposed
Well,
to be here?
that depends on who you ask, Joy.
He's
It's
supposed to be
relative.
here.
I'll explain that later, but we still need to care about that sweep.
Okay, relativity is a really hard concept, so that's gonna be like 2 days. That's 2 days of school. Don't worry, I got this one for you, Doc. You can skip that day. But let's get
I didn't
Micah's
mean physics. I mean just the definition of the word.
definitions are kind of hard sometimes, especially for big words like relativity. Anyway, security team. Yeah, let's go find them. Yeah. Joel, you want to come?
I mean, I was hoping we could spend the day together, so we could
perfect.
Of course.
play some games and have some fun, James. So
Great,
if
in
the
that case-
doctor and Micah want to come with us,
Ooh,
Of course
in that
you can
case-
come.
Micah, the doctor, and the nurse.
He
To have
loves it,
heard
just
that joke
laugh.
like a bunch of times.
Just laugh.
Yeah.
Just laugh, Micah. Just laugh. Anyway, Joel. So this is a new game. The new game is get Micah wherever he needs to go without raising any suspicion. You know how I taught you about spies? This is a spy game.
I think I can.
Doctor explains now, Micah. I will explain that to you later.
I can be quiet. I can be
Let's
quiet
just-
like a spy.
I need security on low. Let's just go find them. Just
Yes,
and I,
exactly. Once we
brush
take
hair out
care
of my
of
face
this,
again.
Based on what you just said, nurse, how do you walk towards where you think the security team is?
Just like a full Mickey Mouse, knees up really high. Sneakingly, just making sure that, like, cause when I walk around, right, you can normally hear that my feet make big, loud impacts, but I'm being very careful in placing each foot deliberately, so that it doesn't make a big noise. I just
So we have 3 human-looking individuals walking around the corridors of this research center, accompanied by a very, very sneaky Sharkman boy.
A plus. A plus.
I don't know what I expected. This probably wasn't it.
No,
sorry.
probably not.
I love how you're all like, no, I want the more serious version, not the silliest.
I said we probably won't be able to.
No. There's indeed a security sweep going on. It's a team of 5 who try to cover this whole floor. It's a case where all the doors are locked and you can only open them with an ID. As opposed to normally where you can walk around freely, because they assume that if you've gotten this far, you're probably meant to be here. And you do encounter them eventually. They are sweeping the area, you know, as the kitchen.
Oh, very important area.
Very important area. It's a commercial style kitchen, obviously designed to feed a lot of people. They tend to do like the larger main meals, but people are also allowed to, you know, keep their own stuff. You have like a little staff area for if you want to make yourself something extra. So this is the kitchen that's actually used by the kitchen staff as opposed to by the employees. They're a bit confused.
Gentlemen, it's good I found you. Concerning this security alert that has been raised by Dr. Samson.
Don't worry, everything is under control. We're just making sure everyone has their identification, making sure everything is fine. Don't worry, Doctor, you're not at risk. Could we...
Yes, I want to explain because Dr. Samson was behaving really rash and unprofessional.
Dr. Samson?
She raised the alert, right?
Yes, citing a breach of entry. She provided communication logs.
Can you check the logs to see how she spoke about our janitorial services here? But
The doctor is prepared to die on this hill.
Yeah, we saw that, and it's been a matter forwarded to HR.
And she disconnected while I continued to explain that one of our new arrivals has fallen into Joel's tank. And she...
We're not scheduled for any new arrivals. Dr. Helmine, could you please roll to manipulate someone?
Ah, lovely.
Oh no.
I love to fail these rolls.
Well, too bad.
Nice.
Success.
Yeah, that's still better than fail.
Yeah, I mean, indeed. Mixed successes aren't bad.
Show them your ID.
I think you're talking to me, and I wave my card.
Yes, Joel has his ID.
Yeah,
I have my ID.
one of them just sort of scans Joel's card, makes a big show of it. Okay. Well done, Joel. We have correctly identified you. Good on you for following procedure and having your ID on you. Why are you sneaking?
We're playing a game.
Oh.
We're playing a game. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it. It's another one of the games.
Sorry,
I'm teaching him a new one today.
I'll get back to the roll in a second. I just want to hear this answer.
Joel, what game are we playing?
James said we're playing a spy game. We're playing.
Funny Walks.
No, we're not playing Funny Walks. We're playing Get Micah to where Micah needs to be.
Yes. Yes, nurse. And we got Micah to the
And
man
Micah
with
needed
scanners.
to be in the laundry room because his clothes got wet.
There's
Because
a lot
I
of
spilled
confused
spaghetti.
looks between the security guards. And,
Look, Dr. Samson disconnected before it could be explained.
I spilled spaghetti on Micah's
Dr.
nice
Helmeyer,
clothes.
you
so we had
called
to
one
get
of
the
our
laundry.
most prominent researchers a young lady.
Ooh, I can't help you with that one,
She's
Doc.
filed a complaint with HR. It's not my business to comment on that.
Okay,
but
yes, I will.
It doesn't appear
Look.
she's acted unreasonably. However, this new arrival, is this one of... How do you know them?
They showed up in my tank this morning.
And they're gonna...
And the truth shall
Four
get
of
you
them are
locked
looking
up.
at Micah now, and then there's the one
No.
communicating
Okay,
with
look.
Dr.
Let me
Helmeyer.
just stop. Let me just get everything. Everything is my fault. Don't worry. Everything's my fault. I was playing a prank on Micah. He fell in the pool because pools are slippery, and then everything. Just everything is 100% totally my fault. I will take whatever punishments later. But right now, we need to get him where he actually needs to be.
And they...
Quietly.
Quietly, yes, because we're playing a game with Joel.
And they look at Micah and they go, "What's your name?"
Did we not just cover this?
Standard procedure. It's a very fake smile. The sort of I hate dealing with customers kind of.
Yeah, no, I know the smile
Yeah.
very well. Micah Andrews.
And you're here because we've never seen you before. You must be new.
Indeed, I am.
So, what's your position? on this. And there's this sort of look of between them that all of you, maybe except for Joel, maybe also not Micah, would recognize as, I don't know if this dude is fucking trolling me or if he's genuinely dumb. What's the reason for your visit?
Security analysis.
The security guards look at you in confusion. Dr. Hellmeyer, you said you know this person?
I didn't say I know this person.
So you don't know this person?
I said to Dr. Samson that I will go and take and see what happened in Joel's pool,
Okay.
and that I've met James here to check the logs. I've met James here,
Yes.
and she said that. Well, first she said I had to go to the. Wait, sorry. This HR staff is really.
Do you know this Micah Andrews, the new arrival, who you are walking around with, along with a member of the janitorial staff and the nurse?
Yes, I've met them at Joel's pool.
Yeah.
When I was checking what is going on in Joel's pool, when Dr. Samson sent me there, actually I volunteered to go there, and then we had an argument about the importance.
Yeah. Janitorial staff, fantastic.
Exactly!
Who is this person?
Yeah. Very
I
accommodating.
don't know, he works here. Do you know every worker?
That's like their job, Doc.
He arrived. He said he arrived recently, and he's doing some kind of audit. That's what I know. And then the alert went up that we have a security breach, and clearly I've may been a part to this misunderstanding because of how nervous Dr. Samson is, and she doesn't like being called young lady. So I tried to clear everything. Do you understand now?
So, tell me again, what's... And one of them...
Micah, what'd you say you were here for again? A security audit?
Puts a hand on his colleague's shoulder and just goes take a step back. It's okay.
Breathe.
And security guard number 3, who is a short woman, heavier built. She looks at you and goes, "We have not been notified of any security audits, and it's kind of, well, security staff are normally the first to know."
Even if they are audited, Dr. Hellmeyer interrupts.
Dr. Hellmeyer,
Technically,
your
you are the
assistance
first
is
to know.
greatly appreciated. However, I am currently conversing with Micah Andrews. Mr. Andrews? Who do you report to?
James can't help with that question. He doesn't even know who signed the checks either.
Okay, I think I can actually help with this. I think I can actually help with this. The nurse pipes up, excuse me, and says, "Oh, I understand. You're being sneaky because you're seeing how good security staff do their security jobs. Oh, you could have just asked me. They look after me really, really well. And they're very, very good at their jobs. They always scan my ID. They always reaffirm the process of scanning my ID for me. They're very good. Didn't have to come all the way
Jaws gets
down
it.
here."
I ask James loudly so everybody hears. See, even Joel understands the concept of security audit.
And you hear one of them Do any of you speak French?
Just say
from
no.
Florida. Not Joel.
Is
James
this
is from
interactive
Florida,
question?
so the most he speaks is
Uh,
like Spanish.
In character. I don't speak French, so it's going to be a
Yeah, I was gonna say
Babelfish
neither do I,
translation.
but speaking of Babel, I'm pretty sure Micah would speak French.
Yeah, I have a feeling Micah would. It's more Dr. Helmer.
Pretty much
I'm
every
interested in.
language ever. Yeah.
No, probably not.
Well, Micah, in this case, you hear someone...
You don't have a fake PhD in French?
Probably. But you hear one of them just go, I am so tired of that old git. It's just there's a lot of sort of collegial support happening between the security guards in this interaction.
Yeah.
And they hold out the scanner and go, Sir, could you please scan your ID?
I swipe it. Or whatever the process is.
Yeah, and they go, it's a sort of... It kind of works. Except that... Actually, can you roll to act under pressure?
Yeah, that's a cool roll, right?
Yes.
I have one of those.
Yes. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Ooh.
That's
Oh,
you don't.
no.
No, you don't.
Oh,
That's a 6.
no.
There's this moment when you accidentally angle the card so that they can see it. And unfortunately, it's not the professional pose of the photo that is visible. Could you please show me which... Yeah, that's the exact pose that they see. And they go, The scanner props up green. They go, can I have a look at that, please?
I'll hand it over.
Okay. I'll look at it for a moment. Expression completely unreadable. Have you seen this? And the card sort of makes the rounds. I go,
Amazing how a laboratory at the bottom of the ocean hasn't seen this sort of technology before.
can you roll to manipulate someone, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's-
I don't have. I specifically don't have charm, so we'll see. No, that's 2. Take that
Oh!
Yeah, no, they're called. It's all like lenticular cards. Yeah, that's what they're called.
It's not that we don't have the technology. We do. It's just that this technology is not used for our IDs. Who do you report to?
No one on this boat. I absolutely understand it's not a boat, but
James is about to say something like, no, he must know we're not on a boat.
Mr. Andrews, we're going to ask that you come with us. We're going to ask you a few more questions. Just verify everything you've said. If that's all clear, we're not going to have any problem. We just want to make sure that the integrity of the security system you are so keen to audit is functional.
well, I've got some time to kill with my clothes dry. Let's go.
Fantastic. And that's where we're going to go for a quick break.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
All right. Now,
yeah, we're going to be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, everyone. Well, it's not the cliffhanger I planned on going with, because I hoped that someone was going to get a clean success somewhere, but...
nope. Not a
Nah. Charm rolls? Nah.
Nah. Alright, so...
Not happening.
Once again, if you are keen to get to know these wonderful people, Their social links are currently in chat, so you can go check them out. And yeah, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. See ya! Alright, everyone. Welcome back. We are in the middle of a very delightful one-shot of Monster of the Week. Not sure what I expected, but this game was not it. Which is why I'm loving it. So yeah, we are in an underwater rather, research station in the Mariana Trench. And
Said it right.
yes, I know, I'm so tense every time. And what effectively happened was that a divine being appeared in the middle of a pool that belongs to a human-shark hybrid, 6 years old, very playful. And they are now trying to convince the security staff that this is a security audit, except things aren't quite going to plan. And Micah, currently known as Mr. Andrews to the security staff,
Yes.
is being taken in for some gentle questioning. So they ask you to follow along, Micah, and one of them sort of stays to keep an eye on the three of you, regardless of whether anything else happens. You'll be watched. Mr. Andrews, could you come with us, please?
I'll follow along.
What are the rest of you doing when Micah and 4 security guards walk away?
He can take him. It's fine.
So I've got
Being
something.
escorted.
I've got something that I don't think anybody here on anybody on this place has. I've been keeping it safe for just such an occasion of silliness like this. It's a Snickers bar.
Yes.
I'm going to offer the Snickers bar to the security guard.
Is this related to one of your moves or just something you have on you?
This is just me being weird.
Okay. It's just like, is this a magical item? Is it something I missed? But
It's just him being weird,
Okay.
and doing his best to look incredibly just to get the security guard to let us go. Actually I can relate this back to one of my moves.
Okay.
Hang on, let me look at the thing real quick to know
Yeah.
what it says.
It's whether it's
Often overlooked. Just me acting weird. It's just crazy, but weird and crazy are the same thing. To avoid something, just avoid the security guard to just so we can go. I assume they're keeping us roughly in this area.
Yeah, I mean, it's more they're hoping to check that you don't follow, or that you don't try to like intervene. But you're not being detained.
That's why I'm offering a Snickers bar
Okay.
and not just beating them over the head with a baseball bat.
So
Sorry,
she,
my mom.
She reaches out. It's the woman who finished a conversation with Mr. Andrews before. She goes, "Thank you." Is this?
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that's for you. It's a Snickers bar. It's my last one.
Thanks. Look.
I'm gonna
this
go.
Okay. Please.
I'll see you later. Yeah, Joel, you want to come with me? Actually, of course, we're spending the day together. Come on, Joel.
Right, let's go. It's gonna be fun. We're going on an adventure.
Yes, I need to tell you more about Bigfoot.
I probably should get to my own work.
Fantastic. You're more than welcome to, Dr. Hellmeyer. In fact, it's probably where you're meant to be.
Isn't that this way? Yeah, it's this way. Let's go this way.
Or maybe... Actually... Wait, James.
Wait, what happened?
And you see a look of just, oh, fuck, no, at the moment she hears Dr. Hellmeyer speak.
You are one of the youngest people here. I know I've been in my work standards are not to recent codes. Can you explain me this HR thing why we are going?
Are you talking to James or the security guard?
James!
Okay.
He's got to go see
He's
HR
the
and go
king.
apologize. That's right. You should apologize. I know you're a bit out of touch with the times, so let me just update you on how you respect people these days.
But
Especially
that was
people who are
exactly
coding.
about respect!
No. I'll explain to you how things like I get where you're coming from, Doc, but Let me explain to you how
she
things
can
actually work.
offend you. She can offend you, and when I try to defend you,
I don't
I'm
need
the
you to
one.
defend me. That's the thing. I don't need you to defend me. I'll explain in detail why you don't need to defend me. But the short version is I don't care what she says.
I've reminded to the viewers that Dr. Sampson's comment was effectively James is not security staff, he's a janitor. Which he is.
That was the yeah. He's
Yeah.
just he's blowing a wheel out of proportion, and I love it.
Just figured I'd clarify that for anyone who's arrived after. That's what the discussion is about.
Well,
Discussion was
Um,
that.
So,
where are we going,
and
James?
if I called her young lady, that was wrong.
Yes, you calling as we're
Despite
like
her
walking down
being
the hall.
young and lady.
So we're not gonna walk in the same direction as the security team was going. But if there's
Yeah.
anybody who knows the ins and outs of this facility, it's going to be the janitor. So like the moment we're rounding a corner, we're just gonna like duck into ways. Like now we go this way.
So, is there any particular location you're heading to?
I think we'll head back to the laundry room, and then take a couple of lefts where the security people can't see, and eventually just if they're going to take Mike to the security area, I probably had to clean that place a couple of dozen times, especially because I work third shift, and that's when everybody's asleep anyway.
Yeah, like you know where it
So
is, absolutely.
we're gonna try to cut them off at the pass.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mike, are you
Hi.
for now? Are you following along with the security guards as they lead
Yep.
you?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah,
There's
they're not being
one more thing.
violent. You're not being cuffed or anything. It's just a sort of no. You really do want to follow
No,
along.
I'm just kind of like nailing down the lie in my head as we walk.
Awesome. So,
Can I do one thing?
yes.
One small thing?
Yeah.
I'm texting on my mystical communicator
Mhm.
that information for the angel.
Okay.
I copy paste the nick because I can't remember it.
I copy paste it because I can't remember.
The name
That your agent requires your help, probably.
Okay. Angel Babe 316 replies with, "I'm just a coordinator."
Rat. Okay, we'll try. I try taking care about that.
Yeah, you got to talk to the big man.
The big man. All right.
So, as the three of you make your way around, what do you do?
Ask the others. So, we need to get him away from the security, right? How are we gonna do that? Because I don't know. I'm really curious to see where this ends up.
I have no idea, actually, how this started, and I have even less idea how it should end.
What
Hmm.
if? What if I distract the security guards with that dance that you taught me, James?
Yes. Which one though? I taught you a few.
The machine, the robot.
There we
What
go.
if I
Yeah,
distract them with the robot, and then maybe Micah can run out of the room, and he can join us on our Bigfoot adventures?
I'm just picturing Left Shark.
Oh god. Yeah.
This
Sure.
character is getting.
That's as good a plan as I can think of.
This is
Ooh,
a 6-year-old's plan.
I got it. I'll cut the lights so he can ditch when the lights are off. Yeah.
Can I still dance?
Yes, that way they're not looking at Michael when the lights go off.
Okay.
I just hope he's
I like
just
this
hope he's quick
plan.
enough I hope he's quick up on the draw to know to leave when the lights turn off. If he does, if they come back on and he's still there, then I give up. I'm just putting that out there now. I give up if that happens. I can't help that.
Thank you for your assistance, my friend. Yeah.
Is this the plan you're going with?
He's gonna distract the guards with the robot, and then I'm gonna cut the lights. I guess that's the only plan we've got. We're just gonna make everything worse. Yes, that's the plan.
Okay. So, I'm wondering if can I apply reading a bad situation
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
my situation?
Oh, thank God you remember how to move. I forgot that was a move.
Alright.
Just that none of you have
this-
tried to do much readings.
Don't worry, this will be a neutral. This will be a neutral roll because I have 0 sharp.
All right.
Ooh.
4 failure.
Humans are strange. No,
Yeah, they really are.
I mean, you've
Just
talked
buy
to
the lie,
person who made
goddammit.
them. You've talked to the person who made them, and no one seems to know what their purpose actually was. But they do a lot of things.
A weird lab experiment,
Yeah.
like most things. Yeah.
Exactly. It's sort of they build a lot of things and spend a lot of time focusing on weird things. And it's a very intricate social system, and no one really understands because it keeps changing every few years. So it's very confusing. But you can tell they're not being hostile.
Strange, adaptable little things.
Yeah. So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but as you are brought into the room and sat down, the other three, you see the door close behind them. There's, you'll have to knock on the door to get their attention, because there's obviously, they want this area to be relatively secluded, so unless you're trying to sneak in, knocking at the door is probably the best way to get their attention.
Yeah, I'm absolutely knocking on the door.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Wait. New game. Tag.
Wait.
Ag?
Tag.
Oh no, I haven't taught him tag.
No. I would know
I-
what tag is. That would probably be something that they've taught me swimming outside, having to touch a dolphin or tag something in the Mariana Trench. So I'd be familiar with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love tag.
Wait, and I'm take a look into my bag. Where's my armory?
Where's my armory? You just carry it with you.
Yes,
Actually,
it's
I,
magic
that might
item.
actually be a move. I don't
Okay.
know.
What are you hoping to find in your armory?
If you need a special weapon, roll plus weird.
Okay.
Just taser.
Just a taser?
But-
Yeah, just a taser.
Sure. I think this is more a preparedness because it's not a special weapon, kind of. It's one of the easier things to have jerry-rigged. So I'd say that's probably more preparedness in this case.
Okay, that doesn't matter if it's preparedness or armory because I have +2 in both sharp and weird, so this is the same roll.
Awesome.
Come on.
Come on. Hey, that's a thing above.
makes
Oh,
Great
yeah.
success.
Just like earlier this morning, you know you have a taser. It's right next to where the IDs were in your room.
Now,
2 hours.
Okay.
later.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
pretty much that.
okay. Done. And I just take out my
No.
magnum.
I've take out your
what?
magnum.
Magnum. Okay.
Magnum.
Wow.
Hey, where'd you
I
get
would-
one of those?
I empty of the bullets, like no bullets.
I actually can I
Here,
jump
Joel.
in here? I feel like I would know what tag means, and I may not know my own strength. So it's totally possible for me to tag someone and accidentally knock them down.
Oh, you've
My
accidentally
successful
knocked
thing.
over a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we gonna go with Joel tag because that sounds like a better plan we were gonna do before.
Yeah.
I
So I
just-
like the idea.
I thought that if we gave Joel something that the security will want to take from him, the tag will be
Like a
much
look
more.
what I found type of thing.
Yeah. The
Show me
attack will
what
be
you
much
got.
more
Alright.
engaged on security side.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Joel, tag. They're it. Let them know they're
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That they have to take
Okay,
for
sure.
you to be it. They have to take that from you. It's like a
Okay.
what the flag tag,
After the
except the
flag.
flag is yeah, that's it. The flag
Flag
tag.
is the.
Flag is
I
the
like
thing.
flag tag.
It's
Flag
shiny, so,
tag. This
so
is
they
gonna
will
be.
see it nicely.
Meanwhile, inside.
So I
Yeah.
I brandish it really like I'm holding it wrongly. Like I haven't been able.
Like if
My
this is the
finger
gun,
won't.
you've got it like this.
Yeah.
Just a look what I have type of thing.
Yeah. So I knock on the door.
Micah, the 4 security guards that have accompanied you have sat you down at a table and they're getting ready to do an interview. And just as they've started the recording,
James, let's hide.
there's a knock at the door. And you just see one of them go, why is it always Tuesdays? And
That's legitimately how I feel.
There was so many references packed into that one statement. I love it.
So, I think it's Thursdays in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Tuesdays is normally my day when things go wrong more than others.
Yeah.
So it's the one who was really, really tired of Dr. Hellmeyer before, and you see him reach out towards the door, and you hear a mumble, almost like a prayer. In fact, it is a prayer, so you might hear it in a very different way than you would otherwise. And it goes, "Dear God, please don't let it be the doctor." And they open the door.
Micah with like chuckles.
Look what I have! Bet you can't catch me! And I run off.
Did you say that?
Yeah, was that a 45? You should probably go get that.
Okay, I've got a shark with
And
a
then-
gun.
I pull out my little like communication device thingy, and just like tap out notes, like pretending like he's putting it in his report.
You can hear the security guard. They reach for their walkie-talkie. They're like, pause the recording, please. All right, security team. We have a yellow alert situation here. The nurse has gotten his hands on a gun. He's running
Yellow,
around.
it's a
I
shark
don't
with
know
a gun.
why.
How is it yellow?
Because Joel doesn't seem to be. Look, write your bloody audit. I have a problem to deal with right now. Stay there, please. And as the alarm is raised, there's a change to the lights. They just go very clearly yellow, and all the doors lock around you. And any ID, those of you who work here would know, will not work at the moment. You are stuck where you are.
Is there anyone else in the room with me?
3 more security
point?
guards.
There are 3 more guards? Okay.
Yeah, and the one that's at the door goes, if one of you stay here, I think Joel thinks this is a game. I'm more worried about who gave him the gun. And 3 of them are going to leave. Close the door behind them. And yeah, they're now searching. And they don't, it's not a gun that they've got, but Joel, you've seen this happen once before. They haven't, look, you got a bit excited. There was a bit too much fish.
Mm-hmm.
The game had been amazing, and it was effectively, you know, a sugar high for you. And there was a bit of property damage, a bit of running into walls, which is a bit of a problem when you're in the
On a
Yep. That's a
They've
tranquilizer
got like
gun.
devices. Right. Okay.
And there's 3 of them going after you. Micah, what are you doing after 3 out of the 4 security guards leave the room? It's a bit of an awkward silence from the security guard who's just sort of sitting there looking at you.
Man, if you want a sign from God, I think
if this
we're
is a
like
real
about
audit,
good.
we're in so much shit right now. But they're not sure if it's real or not. So it's an awkward silence.
It's chalked up to be an interesting day. And then I think Micah is going to I think he wants to try to, if he can, try to like communicate via Angel Web or whatever on his little device. With maybe there's someone who like he can help to corroborate his bullshit story.
I mean, what I will
It's
let
not
you
usually his
say,
thing. It's more flaky, but
yeah, what I'll let you do is if you roll to use magic, you can effectively summon someone you can call and go, this is who I report to, they can verify my entire story.
okay.
It's you're creating the illusion of a person, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
Does that sound roughly like what you're going for?
Yeah, pretty much. I was basically looking for someone who like they could call on a specific number, and then that person would know. Oh, okay. This is the scam we're running. Got it. And then answer appropriately. But yeah, I'm okay with doing it the magic way too.
Okay, yeah, because
Let's
it's
see
more
if-
whether you actually know someone.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not sure you have
and I
that
probably
many
wouldn't.
earthly connections.
Yeah.
That's
No,
why I'm
probably
suggesting
not.
the magical route.
Yeah. All right. So I'm okay with that. Let's see if the dice are okay with that. A 9, a partial success.
All right, so you definitely do get.
Thank God.
You do manage to give him the details. You produce a business card.
Yeah.
And they go, okay. And they do the whole thing where they make a point of making the call in front of you.
Yep. Yeah. The card just says like an acronym GOD, and it's Gauge on Demand.
Yeah.
That's the name of the company.
So normally this would put them straight through to the boss themselves. But they're not in. So someone else picks up the phone. This is, well, again, you sense that someone else has picked up. And you hear the security guard's version of this conversation, which roughly goes, hi, I'm calling from, and then the name of the company and verification codes and all of that. And then they go, we have a Micah Andrews here claiming to be working with you on a security audit, and we're hoping to verify this information. Yes, GOD. I'm not sure what their name is, but I want to talk to GOD. No, please don't put me on hold.
Oh, did Jessie pick up? Yeah, she likes to put people on hold.
Said name was Peter, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Peter. That guy, I actually like him. He's a saint. He's a good guy.
I know the type. They like to make people wait, and so they can make them forget. Never mind.
Feel powerful? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hello, hi. I'm hoping to speak to GOD. No, you're not him? Okay. Who am I talking to? Right. Well, I've got a Micah Andrews here for a security audit? Yes. Okay. Right. And for how long? And the purpose of this audit is what exactly? No, we are not conducting any. What? And they give you a strange look. Alright, well, that's fine and all. If you could get whoever this GOD individual is, because that's the name we've gotten directly. This was supposed to be a direct number. If you can get them to call us back, that would be wonderful. Yeah, ideally within the hour. It's kind of, we have to keep him here. I can give him restricted access, but we're on a yellow alert. There's a shark. Never mind. Yes.
There's a shark with a gun. It's fine.
Alright, well, thank you for your time.
I like how they were about to explain what was going on. They're just like, I give up. Never mind.
Right,
It'll
well,
take long.
your boss wasn't in. I mean, just writing down an acronym, GOD, it makes it kind of hard to find people, so maybe have their full name, or at least their last name on there the next time.
He's got a weird complex. It's okay.
Right, look, honestly, we have enough trouble here. We'll give you restricted access. Don't do anything stupid, and please stay out of any,
Fools? Yeah, I got it.
yes, but I was also going to say any restricted areas. And pools are included, yeah. Just, did you say your clothes are at the laundry?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
do you want them back? Like now?
Ideally, if they're dry.
I mean, I don't...
This thing's a little tight.
Fair. It's not a bad look, though. I mean, you make it work.
You said he was a large.
You're not in there.
I'm just saying.
Right,
You said he
well,
was a large.
I'll walk you to the laundry. We can get you back in your clothes. Maybe your boss will call back in the meantime. And then, provided that's all clear, we're not going to have a problem at all. But I'm playing it safe for now. Alright?
Fair enough.
Okay. Outside of the room. Like, when you leave, you and the one security guard who has been put on hold by St. Peter, what you see is a very Benny Hill type moment.
It's very Scooby-Doo. He's like going into this store and coming out of this
Yes.
store.
That's exactly what you see. Turns out
Waving the
that
gun.
the human-shark hybrid is actually pretty decent on land as well. There's a lot of, like, leaping, I imagine. Nurse, correct me if I'm wrong. And just, like,
No,
diving
like,
behind
it's...
things and...
Mm-hmm.
Tell me,
Like,
what does
yeah,
it
absolutely.
look like?
Well, in my mind, what I'm imagining, and I'm sorry about your revolver in relation to this, but what I'm imagining is, like, each of the rooms would have, like, I'd be able to certainly run around on land, but there's, like, a system of tubes. So if anyone wants to see me, I can swim to see them. So I would be diving into the tubes and dashing to different areas of the ship, then jumping out of the tube, opening the door of that room, seeing that there's people there, closing the door, swimming to a different room, and so on and so forth like that.
Just occasionally you see the nurse sweep past through one
Yeah.
of their very, like, visible tubes in the wall. Some security guards running after, trying to get to the room before he does.
I reckon I reckon I am getting a little bit excited
Oh,
by
it's
all
a
of
great
this.
game, this.
Yeah.
You're
Chase
wonderful
me.
at it. So, James and Dr. Hellmeyer, what are the two of you doing?
I actually
Recording
have
this?
to admit now that I haven't finished this exactly through. Quantum physics is so much easier.
You sure about that?
So much
Oh,
easier
yeah,
than the
definitely.
sociology of shark men.
I mean, you applied. I needed the job, but I don't know why you're here.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing research, like, well, of course, and the other stuff that we know each other through.
I forget which ones. They're not important.
Yes, that's why I'm helping this young gentleman.
It looks like they let him
He's-
out, actually. So
They're just casually
Oh.
walking past in the background now.
see, there he looks. Should we get Joel?
Oh, well, if security can't catch him, we can't either.
But I can tell him to football. I can tell him to toss the gun, like to me, and then the security's chasing me. No, that's a bad idea.
Yep, that's exactly why I said
they'll
I
catch
haven't
you.
thought it through.
But if he tosses it to me, he's still disarmed, and then it's no longer a shark with a gun. It's here you go,
Oh,
security. Here's the gun.
and you give it to security, and you have no idea where he took it from. Exactly.
No, I'm just
That's
helping.
That's a great.
I'm just
Yeah.
helping.
And,
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
they call
so,
me to
and
help.
I'm
Just at
Yep.
this moment, the lights go from yellow to red.
Oh boy.
And there's
That gun wasn't
sound-
loaded, was it?
yeah, that's
And
like all
siren.
6 of them. I showed him the bullets.
Okay, just checking.
All
So
6.
that's not him.
Every
No.
security guard that you can see, no matter who or where you are, turns this up immediately. And there's a look of, oh shit.
Well, this ought to be fun.
Mr. Andrews, stay calm, please. He reaches down. What the fuck's going on, guys?
Oh, it's red.
They look over at you,
Feel
not knowing when you made your way back there, but they are a bit too. You're not a priority right now.
I've never been a priority. It's fine.
Aw.
They didn't actually say that. It was just the look they gave you. And what you hear back is that there has been a breach in one of the sectors. It's not your room, Joel. It's the one next to yours. Where...
Oh. Okay.
And what you're all able to hear is effectively that the breach seems to have been from the outside in, not from the inside out.
But we're
Oh.
on the bottom.
And they all just turn and look at you like, what are you?
Well,
We
yeah,
might
that's where all the weird
survive.
shit is.
But what's it? I need my phone.
Joel, can you tell me, how much do you know about your neighbors?
So, first off, I feel like a red alert is sort of a, okay, Joel, time to stop playing. Things have gotten serious. So I've kind of, I don't know if you want me to roll for this or not, but I'm trying to calm myself down because I've been trained that this is a serious situation.
I'll say I don't need you to roll to
Okay.
To calm down.
To try and If
you already were angry at something, or there was something there that
Right,
could anger
right.
you, but if it's just
Yep.
like, oh, well, I'm excited, playtime's over.
Yeah, having fun. Oh, time for fun has stopped.
Yes.
I would imagine that the next door neighbor is a similar kind of lab that again, it's sort of laid out the same with the computer terminals and the swimming pool and things like that.
Do you know who lives there?
I would. Lives is a tough. I would imagine that I've seen doctors come in and out of there. I do know that if I don't I wouldn't necessarily say that I know that someone lives there, but if someone does, I don't think I've seen them come out. Like I haven't met them yet. Maybe that's like a treat thing. Maybe if I'm good and I behave well enough in my tests, I'll get to go and meet the person next door.
Have you ever met the person who lives in this room?
No, I don't think I have met them yet. It's sort of like one of those. It's one of the things that I like. Imagine like a reward card system, where if I do good in my tests 10 days in a row or something like that, I will be allowed. It's an exciting, fun thing to motivate me to go and meet this new person because I like meeting people. I don't know if you picked that
Somehow,
up.
I think we don't make it to 10 days
have.
very
No.
often.
Joel just tends to get distracted halfway through.
You got to
Sometimes-
9 once.
Get to 9
Yeah.
once.
Can... Ooh, this is where I'm getting like, but which system am I GMing right now? If you're all trying to find out what this breach might be about, actually, are the four of you doing that, or are you just like, this is our opportunity to do something else?
Oh no, I'm investigating this immediately.
I would say Micah definitely is because
I need my phone,
it's
man.
probably what he's here to stop.
All right.
Yes, same. It's exactly same from Doctor.
Cool.
That's probably something up my alley.
I would like rolls of sharp to investigate a mystery from everyone who's trying to figure out more information about what's going on.
That's my high stat. Yep.
That's my like second high stat.
Okay.
All right, we got a mixed success from me.
Mm-hmm. So we have one fail, one mixed success, another mixed success.
Should I? Yeah, I'll roll it.
Okay.
Hang on.
You might get above a 10.
Yeah, you might.
Yep.
On roll, damn you. Have you already rolled 20?
Is roll 20 lagging?
There's a
Yeah, it's
prompt
not.
for pluses and minuses that pops up when you initially roll.
You have to submit zero modifier.
Okay. Yep. There you go.
Okay,
Another 8.
cool.
3 partials.
So, what I do need to know is how are you trying to find this information out? Like, how are you going?
I
about
would
securing
just
more
be.
info?
I think Joel would just be asking, "What's going on? What's going on? Can I help? What can I help? What's going on?" To everyone that walks past.
Alright,
I'm doing the eavesdropping on guards and stuff and
Okay.
seeing if they are talking about it.
Yeah. And
Micah
how are you-
is running through the like undiscovered deep sea creatures bestiary
Shortlist, yeah.
instead. Yeah.
Okay.
Of like things that are big enough to smash through the wall, basically.
There's a lot of candidates. And Joel, you know that those of you who live here, you're often let out to play or to do different tests, and this might be that they ran into something that came back with them. You've had it occasionally when someone tries to follow you back and they haven't been super happy
Right.
when you've been trying to introduce new friends from the ocean to the
Right.
research center. But this might be
Right.
it. This could be it. So,
Okay.
you all do get to ask one of those questions each. Now, the thing is, you can ask the same question as someone else because you are going about it in different ways. So, under Investigate a Mystery, it's on one of the Hunter Handout 1 in case you need it.
And I guess what sort of creature is it would be Micah's question.
I mean, it's a deep sea creature. You've figured out that much straight away. There's a lot of candidates. You can think of a good 15 to 20 possible candidates. You're able to hear that the breach is quite significant, and it appears
Is what? Sorry?
quite
You cut off.
significant.
Okay.
And it appears it was done through one single bite, which helps you narrow it down a bit.
Ah,
Biggin. Yeah, it's a big thing with a lot of teeth found at very deep underwater levels.
Okay.
You're not able to determine the exact creature, but yeah, it's got a big mouth. And it's probably, if it managed to break in through in this kind of way, it's probably quite intelligent. Otherwise, it would have been more of a, nibble the thing first to see if it's edible, then we go for the bite.
Right, this was just an attack.
Yes. This was targeted and deliberate by the sounds of it. James, by listening in on the security guards, what question are you hoping to find the answer to?
Where? Actually, no. We already know where it is. Right beside the breach is already beside
Yes.
Joel's place.
Too many J names.
Too many J's.
James, Joel,
Did it go
Jimmy,
anywhere from there? Like,
Jesus.
Like, did it move or leave? Did it breach there and then leave and go somewhere else?
So there's a specific set of questions under investigator mystery. Are you asking
I'm trying to go with
where did it go? Okay.
Yeah, where did it go? I'm assuming it isn't still there. It might be, it might not be. I don't know.
You're able to hear that the area has been closed off. Obviously, given the location of this research station, they are very concerned about breaches, given the sheer pressure of the water here. Given, again, the whole you can't get out very easily. So the area is definitely sealed off, and every room can be locked completely and be completely watertight. You haven't heard about a second breach.
Okay, which means it's probably still there.
Yes. Joel.
Okay. I guess Joel would be most interested. Joel is an interested creature by nature. And, after hearing about Bigfoot and hearing about mermaids and all of the other cryptids that are really fascinating, probably the immediate thought is, what can it do?
Well, it's taken a good bite out of a research station.
So it got big teeth.
Big teeth.
Can it swim?
Reckon? Yeah, it can definitely swim. You have an idea. They've done this before when you've been there. And there was a bit of an issue with the hatch that you use, almost like an airlock, to get back in. And they had to find you because, it had been an exciting day. You couldn't quite find the airlock. You know that you can turn on the lights over that section.
Oh, that's terrifying. I love it.
What do you all do? So you don't get to the answer to what creature is this, but you reckon that you might have met this one. Could have. You know how to see them.
Did Joel's room have a view outside at all?
It does. There's one sort of area of the pool, and it's almost like a window to the outside. It usually looks like a black wall, but it's there.
You said I can turn on the lights from the outside.
You don't have to be outside to do that, but you can turn on the outside lights.
Okay. Ah, right,
Yes.
right. All right, well, I think that should probably be the first thing that I try and do. That seems like, I want to see this thing. I want to have a look at it. I want to play with it. I want to be its friend. So I'm going to try and turn on the lights, head back to my room and turn on the lights so that I can try and see out of my little hole.
Are you
If I
trying
can
to
see this creature.
bring the others with you?
I think... Yeah, I think so. I think that having people who are, like, people who know more than I do about these sort of situations would be handy to have around. I think Joel would be like, well, I mean, James is the smartest person that I've ever met, and he's not even a doctor, and the doctor is really smart. And since we've got got someone with us, we might as well all go together and turn the lights on outside my room and see if we can see what's going on out there.
Doctor asked Joey, is this the thing I am supposed to help you with?
Yes. This will definitely help.
Oh,
If we can
sorry, I've meant Micah. Sorry.
Oh.
Just imagine.
Yeah. That's
just
I'm waiting for Chabi to answer.
You're not here to help me.
I'm gonna record all of this so I can
Right.
put it on my phone.
Okay, of course.
Are the guards looking in my direction at all?
The one who's with you is still with you.
Okay, but is he like focused elsewhere, or is he still like?
It's
keeping an eye on
yeah.
me?
This is very. This is the sort of. This could be the end of everyone in here, and the entire research station if things go too poorly. So it's a sort of.
So I'm gonna give
high risk.
Yeah. So as I kind of like hear the doctor like aiming a question at me, just. Because for the story, they don't know each other. Well, shall we check it out? I'll like put a hand on one of the security guard's shoulder. Like, should we go check it out?
Look, we need to get all of you to a safe area. This is... I can't let any of you risk your lives. This is why we're here.
Well, I need my suit. So,
You need your
suit.
suit.
It's very expensive. It might already be ruined from the pool, but I gotta save it somewhere.
You need your suit.
Listen, you've got a job. I've got a job.
Okay. Do you know where the laundry is?
Yep.
That's we have
why my
lives
clothes
to
are in
save. Be very careful about going there. Keep yourself safe. Do not go near this. This is
meet you by the
serious.
emergency exit.
Sorry?
I will meet you by the emergency exit. Or maybe not you, whoever. I'm gonna go there after I get my clothes. Go have fun.
Go have fun.
There's a sort of... This would have been a problem if I didn't already have a much bigger problem to deal with.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He's totally taking advantage of that.
Yeah. Security guard is going to leave and try to assist with the evacuation of people who are closer to the breach than any of you are. And you can see that people are starting to run. So as
People are what? starting to run.
People are starting to run.
Okay.
So you are decidedly some of the very few people who are walking closer to this. And most people are just trying to get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see something cool.
I'm trying to make a friend.
Do you all...
You'll have interesting motivations.
I
You all
still
make
have
your
no
way
idea what my mission here is,
Joel's
so I'll
room?
be hanging with Micah.
Do you all go to Joel's pool?
Yeah, we go to Joel's pool.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You're
I'll meet
able
you
to
there.
make your way there safely. It doesn't appear that the breach has even gotten into the corridor. And yeah, you walk into the pool, into the room. Everything looks fine. It's the last room towards the edge, so on the very edge of this sort of circular research station, end of the corridor where this breach seems to be, in one of those rooms. And yeah, in order to get a full view, you'll have to get into the pool.
I didn't quite catch that.
In order to get a
Oh.
full visual, your best chance is to be in the pool when you're trying to see what this is.
Oh, be in the pool. Well, Joel, get on in there. You can breathe water. We can't.
Yep, no problem. I'm gonna get in the pool and turn the lights on and take a good look.
Okay. The lights go on. It takes a while. You see a few smaller creatures just scuttling away,
Hmm.
and it takes you a while to spot it because it's swimming around at a little bit of a distance. This thing is roughly the size of a killer whale,
Oh, wow.
and you realize that you wouldn't have needed the lights to know something's out there. Because the only detail you can make out clearly at the moment is what looks like it's very, very pretty. It's this floating, glowing light.
Oh, I want to play with it.
Yes.
I want to play with it.
It looks so much fun. Maybe it's even food.
Oh, okay. Well,
It could be a plaything. Sometimes it's like those little balls that they do, and there's fish inside if you're clever enough.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks
Oh, I
like
wa-
one of those. And this creature,
Oh.
whatever it is, may have gotten there before you.
I mean, maybe it'll share. Maybe it'll share. I wanna go and play with this this creature. Maybe wants to share its fish that it retrieved from the bowl with me, or maybe it'll let me play it and I can show it how to open the fish bowl. I can be helpful here.
It was so pure. It's so pure. I can't handle it.
Yeah, I'd like to. Okay. I would like to try and go outside.
Okay, you know that the hatch has
And
to be opened from inside, and that it has to be operated by someone. So you can't willingly go in and out on your own in the pool.
yeah.
So you may have to ask one of your very nice friends to help you.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, James, it's got a one of those fishbowl things. Can I go out and play with it? Let me come on, help me get out and play with it. Come on, I'll share the fish with you.
I don't know. It's a red alert. It's a red alert. It's probably not a great thing.
What did you see?
You saw
Oh,
a
it was-
glowing fish globe thing, right?
Yeah, the big glowing orb, you know, like the doctor throws me when I have to solve the puzzle to open to get the fish inside. That's what that thing has. It's probably just having a hard time opening the fishbowl, and I want to go out and help it. Like,
I don't know. There might not be
Think-
the greatest of the greatest of ideas. It might be just very mean.
I think it already broke the fishbowl.
What do you
oh,
mean?
the fishbowl was there. It was hanging. I couldn't see the creature itself, you know, but I could see that it was trying. It had one of those, you know, the ball of fish. It was right in front of it, and it was clearly trying to get at it.
How big was the ball of fish?
Make a
Shock just before big.
yeah, like it probably holds a lot of fish. Let me put it that way,
Yeah.
James. A lot of fish is in this ball. No way could it eat all of that fish itself. I just want to try and wait a minute. I have an idea. I know that it's
Can
going
I-
to require.
Yeah, please continue.
I was gonna say. So when you say that the room next to mine has been bitten off effectively, there's like some kind of bulkhead between the door and the outside, right?
Yeah, it's effectively like an airlock. Like these walls are
Yeah.
very, very thick. Designed to
Right.
handle the extreme pressures of where you are.
So I mean, really, all we need to do is open that bulkhead up. I don't even need to swim through the airlock, right? That could be a thing, right? Let's just open the airlock up, and I'll go and.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no.
We can't breathe water. We can't.
I actually don't know what would happen if I went out there, but probably not great things.
You have a feeling you'd end up back home very quickly.
Yeah.
Let me go out. Let me go out and play
So-
with it.
So did I? Can I hit my notes about weird sea monsters to investigate this mystery? What is it?
Yeah.
Now
because-
Joel has described it.
Because all of you have gotten a bit more information now. If
I
you're
was gonna
trying to
say, does this narrow down my
identify
list?
this creature, roll me investigate a mystery.
I kind of feel like
Another sharp ball.
at this point Joel is pretty happy with the information that he has, and now it's more a case of telling everyone that he wants to go outside and play.
Hey!
Is that our first 10? You know, just
This is
think
the
so.
first
Oh, yeah.
full-on success we've had all game. I'm so here for it.
I got a mixed one.
Doctor, at first it doesn't quite register what on earth the nurse is talking about. And you're thinking about all of these, you know, cryptids, you're thinking mermaids, you're thinking maybe it's an alien invasion. And then it dawns on you that the only thing that's weird about this description is the size.
Oh, so it's like anglerfish.
That's exactly what it is.
Ha!
Except
That's
a lot
amazing.
bigger. And for some
Because
Oh,
Micah just
reason,
says
so-
they are not supposed to be that big.
no.
Oh, so nurse, that's it. You are right that it's sort of a fish trap. Because it's a shiny thing.
Want to?
It's a shiny thing that is beautiful, and you want to get it, and it's a trap. It
Yes.
eats you.
I don't. I'm actually gonna laugh at this. I feel
No,
like Joel will be like,
because-
yeah, Right, something's gonna eat me.
That's
That's not how
well,
these relationships work.
Yeah, but you know there are small fish, bigger, medium fish, bigger fish, and are you, and there are a lot bigger fish.
You recognize, in fact,
It
I'll
ate
give
your neighbor's
you
house.
the exact name of the species. That's what you think it is. It's not meant to be that big.
That is definitely sciencey words there.
So I can
Just
so
for chat, in case anyone's curious.
so just Dr. fishes out his PDA and uses normal Wikipedia.
Well,
Look at its big mouth. And see this little shiny thing? This little thing? That's the thing you
Yes?
saw. That's the thing you saw. Now imagine how big it is.
this
A lot to think about
thing
there.
So,
is normally not even the size of a fist. This thing is
Yeah.
tiny. Except this one
Right.
never got the memo.
I kind of like the idea of like, yeah, but like I imagine that the picture that you can find is like of it around other fish and things like that. But look how small it is.
Yeah.
I think that Joel literally does not understand the concept of this is really big and scary.
I give the part to James. Yeah, maybe you will have better luck explaining that to Joey. Imagine that shiny thing on this line is like big, like Joel showed us. How big it is.
What your estimate is? Of its size? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I was asking James maybe for help with explaining this to our shark friend. Because James Crew is better with words than me. Maybe not sciencey ones.
Okay, so this thing is just supposed to be very big, like proportions, right? That's what we're trying to teach him here. This is going to take a second.
Yeah.
And we're back to relativity.
Yep.
Oh.
It all comes full circle back to relativity.
I love that you're having this conversation with blaring sirens in the background.
Yeah, so it's really, we're back to relativity now.
Okay, maybe yeah, you're right. That's not the best moment to explain these things, but I didn't want our friends to go there and get eaten.
So,
because that's bad.
Okay, right. So you think that thing out there can eat me? That's why you're concerned.
Yes, that's exactly it. We are concerned because you might get hurt, and we're your friends, and we worry.
And before you say nothing can eat you, remember that this thing ate your neighbor's house.
And the house is bigger than you, isn't it?
Speaking of houses and eating.
Crap.
There's a very, very loud crunch and the sound of a metal being... It's the sound of almost like when a car is being squished.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've only heard that once, and I'm pretty sure it gave me tinnitus.
Does it sound particularly close?
It's sounding like it's very close to where you heard the first bite was.
So I was gonna pipe up here and say, so being a good person means that you don't want your friends to get hurt.
Yes.
That thing could hurt my friends.
Yes. Wait,
So I
keep
should
going. No, wait, no, stop.
Micah is like
I
quietly moving like towards the doctor, and is gonna like kind of try to usher him closer to James. For a
I
moment.
kind of feel like this would be where this would be the point where the nurse starts getting angry and is kind of like, that thing could hurt my friends.
Oh,
I don't like it when things hurt my friends. I think that thing needs to be stopped.
What do you
That's
like
so
to
cool.
do?
basically stop you. So,
I think that at this point I'm gonna be like, this thing is gonna hurt. I'm the only I can go out there and stop it. Maybe I can talk to it. Maybe it doesn't know that it's hurting my friends, but it is hurting my friends, and that makes me angry. And I have to be a good person.
he's got a point there, I think, guys.
But
So I'm gonna get into the airlock thing and close the door behind me and say, "Launch me so that I can be a good person and look after my friends." Oh, this is my
Okay.
favorite character I have ever played.
Light
James has got
me.
nothing but that. It's just like, okay, let's go hit buttons. If you guys don't do it, I'm gonna go do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna hit buttons until it works.
I don't know if if our friend can resist this pull of these lights.
Do any of you have a better idea? Because Joel seems to be our best shot.
I guess. Well,
Also short on time.
evacuation is not an option from this depth.
I mean, unless you can teleport. Wait, you teleported in, right? Can you teleport out?
Now I look at Micah intensely.
How did you get in? Because we would have seen you coming. So you teleported.
Listen, you launch the shark missile. I'll worry about getting us out of here.
Oh, that sounded like some plan.
That wasn't a yes,
So-
but that wasn't a no. So I'm gonna take it.
Like some plan. So Doctor goes and press the buttons.
Great. I'll be here being moral support. You've got this, Joel. Beat the.
I give like a. I haven't quite figured out the thumbs up gesture yet, so I'm like.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough. Beat the shit out of it, Joel.
I'm kind of at this point. Yeah, it's I'm shark raging, like blood in the water. This thing is hurting my friends, and I'm not okay with it. I'm gonna charge at that thing, and I've got a knife with me, but the knife is really incidental because I have shark teeth as well.
The knife is incidental because I have shark teeth.
The three of you, are you opening this hatch for Joel?
Yeah, we're gonna go hit the
Are you
button. to
letting
open
him
the
out?
hatch. Oh yeah, yeah. No, he's angry, and we don't want him trapped while he's angry because that's just gonna make him more angry.
Okay.
If he gets eaten,
Also, we need
well, he tried.
Doctor is certain that he's just an assistant in important mission, and the moment Micah said, "You open," we should open the door, and Micah will take care about evacuation. I guess I'm just assisting, so I go to open.
Micah is trusting that if Joel can't take this thing down, he can outswim it.
Okay.
That's his hope. In the meantime,
All right.
after the hatches opened up, I would clap a hand on each of their shoulders and just say, "Hold on tight." And
Wait, no, where are we going?
Invoke my angel wings power.
You're weird. It is weird, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is weird. So, for everyone's benefit, you can instantly go to anywhere you visited before, or to a person you know well. When you carry 1 or 2 people with you, roll plus weird, and then see what happens. So,
Yeah, make that roll.
I will roll a weird with a mixed success.
Oh.
Oh, that's not.
Please just
good.
leave me behind.
So,
That'd be perfect.
On a 7 to 9, you don't quite manage it.
Where were you trying to go?
I was trying to go to the laundry.
The laundry. Okay.
I think we all thought you were just trying to teleport us out.
Well, that's next, but I need my suit.
I can't fault you for that. You got your priorities straight, man. You got your
Yeah,
priorities straight.
you already told us that.
I know I'm
times,
tempting
even.
the dice gods by forcing a second roll, but you know.
You don't quite get to the laundry. You are in fact in the room where you were being interviewed before.
Close enough.
God damn it.
So
How
you
far
can't
away?
Oh my
teleport.
god, how did I... yeah, no. Yeah, that's where you are.
How far away from the laundry room is that?
I mean, 5-10 minute walk?
3-minute run?
I probably shouldn't just try teleporting willy-nilly.
The laundry room, for context, is sort of halfway between Joel's room and where you were being interviewed. So you sort of overshot. by
Damn
the
it,
same
I overshot
distance.
Okay,
Alright.
but we are on the safer side of the laundry room.
Yep. Alright, well that didn't work. Doc, do you know of anything we could use to fight that thing?
You told us Joel should fight it.
Well, yes, but it's also the size of a fucking ocean liner, so...
Ugh.
I really don't know whether the facility would be equipped with, like,
Oh.
anything to deal with this sort of thing.
Nothing that you know of.
I am.
Not that I know of. I guess I should have armed Joey while we still had a chance.
With what?
Why don't-
Guns don't work down here.
I have stuff in my bag.
Well, he already has your revolver, but I assume you took the bullets out.
No, we gave out the revolver.
No, I have his
Never
revolver. It's
mind
right
the
here.
revolver.
Oh, okay.
No, I have it.
So what else are you doing before we return to Joel?
Okay. I guess that's stuff you are familiar with, but maybe our friend James isn't. We can always try to use the big guns. I've read it in the grimoires.
The grimoire.
I guess that's more up your alley.
You want to try a spell?
You can do magic.
Yeah, these never go wrong with you mortals.
You can
All
do
right.
magic.
What do you got?
Oh, okay. If we're just gonna say it all out there, full disclosure, me too.
Oh yeah, sure. I haven't been using it often, but our friend here is from more of the learned kind in this kind of stuff.
Do you know
Well,
how much
I'm
I had to
usually a
learn to
little
get
more
by in
visible,
Florida? It's hell in Florida.
That's actually more accurate than you might expect. All right, what do you got?
Well, maybe Joey will keep them busy, and we just can swell. That's just a fish. We can.
Yeah, but
Kill it.
Joel's half fish.
No, I'm
But he's
talking
half
about
person.
the. Okay, so we should
Right.
we should cast some spell without splash damage. That it's so ironical under the water.
Fast damage.
So it's been a little while
Teleportation.
since you opened the hatch for Joel. And while the three of you are debating what you're going to do next, Joel, that thing out there is a very mean fishbowl, you think.
Okay.
It could be a very mean creature, but you just see a fishbowl.
Just as well, I want it specifically noted, I am still wearing my
Ants?
armband dearly.
I thought that you were going to still be wearing pants.
So that I mean, I am, but that's probably not useful in this sort of situation. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get its attention.
Roll me to act under pressure.
But
Okay.
Because there is a lot.
There's a lot of pressure.
We are at the bottom of the ocean.
Under pressure with cool, because I don't have any other rules that will let me do that.
Yep.
On.
Partial
Okay.
success.
So I imagine that what I'm doing is just like, hey, you, come over here. I want to have a conversation about your behavior. Like, making lots of noise, making lots of movements.
Are you...
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're angry right now, aren't you?
Yes, I am very angry.
Let me check how your anger works. Where is it? Pure drive.
Yes.
Yeah. So act under pressure was just to the very basics of the fact that you're trying to
not kill this thing. To like try. I've been taught by the doctors
this is
there.
more the fact that you are acting under pressure in front of an apex predator who has eaten a part of a research station. I'm gonna need a second roll under pressure, act under pressure roll to see if you can handle your anger.
Fish
Okay,
are
no
friends,
problem.
Not food.
And it's the combined result here that's gonna tell us what happens. Partial success.
That's another partial success.
We're good at those.
So, we try to tell it that you just want a conversation. You are not the least bit convincing.
Right.
It hasn't lunged at you yet. But what you notice now that you're outside is that there's another smaller, similar creature. A lot closer. Just outside of where you can see these two massive bite chunks having been taken.
Right.
It's also
How
glowing.
much smaller?
So, slightly bigger than you. It has two lights on its head.
Oh.
And it's swimming quite happily.
Okay.
And you are angry.
Oh no.
There's two of these things that could kill your friends. And that one right
Okay.
there
Okay.
looks so similar to you, it must be a traitor.
Okay.
You choose to get its attention, but you are very...
Yeah, I can imagine being cross at this thing swimming around. Okay. Meta narrative. I see where this is going, and that's great. Okay, yeah. Look, I am gonna try and be like, you maybe talk to your friend about killing my friends, but in less of a with my words kind of way, and more of with my violent shark body kind of way.
See,
like I don't think.
Here's what happens because we had two partial successes.
Yeah. I kind of imagine that rationally I was trying my best to behave like the doctors have told me and use my words rather than using my teeth to solve my problems. But I'm only 6 years old. I don't have the emotional intelligence that one requires to deal with those kind of problems all the time. So I think that I lose it a little bit and I attack the other anglerfish.
Fix
A little bit.
ass.
Are you trying to kick some ass?
I think I am. Let me just check and see. No, I'm not adding anything to that. But by kick my ass, kick your ass.
I mean,
Kick some leather.
that's a Freudian slip.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's absolutely fine.
It's a possibility.
So I have a natural base of. Okay, so how does this actually work? Do I just make the base roll and I add my harm and intimidate
So harm is if you succeed.
if I succeed?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So I need you to roll me your tough.
Rolling tough to kick some ass.
Yes.
Come on.
So success.
It's mixed success.
And you have a harm of.
Harm of +3.
Okay. It's
That is
dead.
some
'Cause-
decent harm.
That
I'm
second
a
creature,
shark.
You know you've killed it. It
Oh,
tried
wow.
to retaliate. And the human anglerfish hybrid is dead in your mouth.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, you killed your neighbor.
Someone has noticed. Meanwhile, what are the three of you up to?
I was just about to say when you change the scene. I know we use the best magic there is. Physics.
That you got to give me more
What?
than that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. What? We're not scientists.
Just teleport some air into its body. It will nuke it out of the water. The tiniest amount of air under this pressure, because we are pressured here, will expand to such a volume when teleported into its body that, well, there will be almost no samples left.
Almost no samples left.
Oh yeah, there are always something left on the walls.
You know, I'm gonna check on Joel. Actually, I'm gonna see what he's doing. And I'm gonna do this just since we're all up. Since everything's obviously magical here, I'm gonna use my magic to see through his eyes and see what's up because he's my best buddy.
All right.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Do you
we
want
need
to
to
roll
take Joel.
for that?
I do. Let me roll my weird.
Okay.
I have decent weird. I've also only think I've rolled once this whole session, so
Yeah.
I should roll more dice. More bad things need to happen to me.
It's PBTA in a nutshell. It's like I rolled
Jesus,
twice
oh.
in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 12.
Oh.
Whoa!
Nice.
I have to go look at the magic to see what 12 even does.
You're gonna get some added benefits. So, I'll
Tell Joel to
definitely-
run.
What you're effectively doing is observing another place or time. In this case, where Joel is and what he's seeing.
Yeah, what's Joel doing?
He's eating.
It's murdering somebody.
Joel's eating. There's a lot of blood.
That's gruesome. Okay. Joel's eating. Is he winning? I don't know. There's a lot of...
It does look dead in his mouth. Like it's not fighting back anymore.
Whatever he's fighting, he won against. So, but it looks smaller than what he was supposed to be. Oh no.
That
Do you
would
know what
be,
was in the what was his neighbor's room? Like what thing was that? I know Joel's the shark one, but there were others, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and guess an anglerfish hybrid.
You can, but I was trying to get the doctor to tell me because I think you know, right? Or were you just assigned
No.
to Joel and that's it?
No, I wasn't assigned to Joel.
Okay.
I'm just doing some physics here on the other side of the station, usually.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy that. So Joel's eating something. Joel's probably eating his neighbor. If I'm connecting these dots here, which I'm good at connecting dots. That's probably not good. I don't know if that's gonna piss off the bigger one, or if that's gonna not piss it off. But he hasn't done anything to it yet. But there's blood in the water, so it's probably gonna notice. And that's probably bad for Joel. I wish I could warn him.
In fact, the added benefit that you get is that you're able to see a bit of what happened in the lead up to this. That Joel was yelling, kind of, the way that fish try to communicate, at the big thing, and then upon seeing the smaller thing, yelled again and went for it.
I think Joel might be losing his mind out there, which is fine. He wasn't the most stable fish anyway.
I want to hear what the three of you are going to do with your next 30 seconds.
Can we leave, Micah? Is your suit done?
We should help Joel.
Joel's got this. He's fine. He's good. He's the toughest out of any of us. He's tougher than all three of us put together.
Gonna need an answer in
Micah.
about 15 seconds.
We really should help Joel.
Well, do you have a spell to do it or not?
5, 6.
Okay, I'm trying to cast the teleportation. I'm trying to teleport Joey here.
Alright, roll me
Oh,
a weird,
no.
please.
Trying to teleport him here. Oh no. He's pissed off. There's blood in the water. This is a great plan.
Not in the air. Weird.
Yet.
Wow. All right.
Okay, apparently for doing dumb magic stuff, we roll 12s.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is how fun.
Joel, you're in the middle of a feeding frenzy. You have killed this thing. You are moving around in the water. You feel like the best shark ever. And then suddenly, you fall flat on what you know is a floor. This thing is hanging out of your mouth.
Yep.
And you turn to look, and there's 3 people there. I'm gonna need you to roll act under pressure.
Yep.
To see if you keep.
Pretty much what I-
Fish came with him. Oh, jeez. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh no.
Here we go.
These are your friends, Joel.
Oh.
You have protected them against the horrible thing in your mouth.
We are so stupidly lucky.
It is stupid. For reference, we rolled a 10 just now.
Yeah, that's a success. The 3
Was
successes
that
we
12
have
or
so
10?
far are the last 3 rolls.
Yep. Boy, I can't wait to fuck it up when we try to teleport out of here.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
I guess that I kind of calm, like, it takes me a while to calm down, but I kind of hyperventilate, and I think that there's some kind of internal process that happens when I go from breathing water to breathing air, and like I just wasn't sort of like there's a second where I'm
it takes
gasping.
a while to just low.
Yeah, and it's sort of like it takes a couple of moments for me to do that, and in that time I calm down a little bit and see my friends and kind of realize what I've done a little bit.
We are
Be like-
not interrupting the meal.
So I did it. I stopped it. We're all safe now.
When you say those words, there's another crunch.
No, I don't think
Louder this time. And closer.
Oh, just pump it with some air and let's be done with it.
Do you have
That's
that
kind of-
spell?
Can't
I
you just
don't want
wish
us.
some? Can you just?
I'm
Can you
not-
just wish?
Who do you think I am? God, I can't create shit. I can just... I do what I do. Making the world was not that.
I would
Plus,
like
we don't
to
have
try
7
and
days
help
or
out.
however long it took. Okay, we need to leave now.
What are you all doing?
I
I
could
think that
probably
I could-
banish it, but I can't send it anywhere in particular, so let's not go there.
I would like
We can't move the
to
base.
try and help.
What are you helping?
Helping with what?
You are the best
I just wanna be
contented
helpful.
shark boy, but someone else needs to do something for you to be able to help them.
Yes. Oh, no, that's
So what?
well.
Because mechanically, what the help action does is give them
Right.
a bonus to their roll. So,
Right.
So what is your
okay.
job here? What were we supposed to help you do?
Well, I guess.
Oh,
it's
well,
Micah?
Well, I was trying to assist with coming up with a plan. Like,
Well, I think he was.
let's read a bad
think
situation,
He,
guys.
I think he was asking
are
why
you,
Micah was here.
are you trying to read a bad situation, James?
No, I'm just trying to establish what was Micah's job here, the one I was supposed to help him with.
So, James,
He's killing
while Dr. Hellmeyer and Micah are stuck in banter, and the nurse is doing everything he can to help, not quite knowing what he's helping, could you please roll to read a bad situation? See, here's the thing. Jimmy, if you do want to roll to help, I'll let you. It's more, are you actually knowing
Are you
what
actually
you're helping?
I don't. No, I feel like I'm not actually being helpful.
Yeah, that was just like,
In this case,
is to say, I want
No,
to help
no,
versus
you're-
I can help.
I mean that's very much Joel's brand.
Yeah.
Is sure I can help you carry all of this shrimp around. That's something I can do. Oh look, all the shrimp got eaten.
Oh no.
That's on brand. Yeah. All right. Let's let me roll
Roll,
this.
roll to view a ba-
It's what, sharp, right?
It is. Let me double check. It is not that.
To read a bad situation, yeah, sharp.
It should be sharp.
Okay, that's like one of my stats, but I say that now I've jinxed myself, and I'm gonna roll like complete and utter crap. No,
Or a
I rolled
13.
or a 13. That's also a thing I could roll.
I mean, that is definitely something that you can roll, and you did. And that's a 13. You have read a bad situation. You get to ask me 3 of those questions.
I'm going to the questions real quick. Just give me like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. There it is. Okay. So,
Sorry.
yeah, I used a real old expression there. What's the best way out of here?
Up.
Up? Okay.
Or, if you can teleport, that's probably a very quick way to get there.
Hi at me.
Literally anywhere but here is better.
Okay.
This-
Literally
yeah.
everything but here. Okay, got it.
As I say, you might, if you're not taking this thing down, you want to get out.
Okay, I'm not going to ask what the biggest threat is because I'm pretty sure it's obvious what the biggest threat is.
I mean, with how this has been going, you never know.
What's the best way to protect the victims here besides like, well, I guess the obvious one is like make it go away.
So, this particular deck has been evacuated. The security guards, which the audit will hopefully declare, are pretty good
don't
at
worry, there's no
protecting
audit.
civilians.
There's
So
no
they
audit.
are-
It was a lie.
This level has been cleared. The level above, what you would know as, again, a member of staff, is that security protocols are in place. People are being evacuated and taken up to the surface in shuttles. So the victims are decently protected. You reckon that some of the experiments or hybrids that are on this floor, it's going to be a matter of, are they able to either fend for themselves, in which case they probably have a better success of just escaping by swimming, or if they need assistance, they've probably also been evacuated. If something is too dangerous to try to bring out, then they've probably been left where they are. So the most likely victims here? That's you lot.
We are the most likely victims.
Yeah.
Yes, we should leave is what we should do, and the best way out is to teleport out.
It's a fight or flight situation.
I guess the
One
last
more.
question I should probably.
Mhm.
I guess I get one last question. I
Yes.
think. Are there any dangers that we haven't noticed yet?
Not that you haven't noticed, but one of the threats that you haven't really discussed is that the problem here is as this thing is starting to fall apart, the only one who would survive, assuming you think Micah is a human, Joel is the only one who can survive the pressure. So it's even if you don't get chewed, you can get crushed.
So, after my expert analysis of this situation, because I used to do that for a job one summer. Yeah, threat analysis. It was insurance. Don't worry about it. We should leave. We should really leave. Can we Joel, you can breathe on air. It's fine. We should just teleport out of here. I don't think. I think the base is just. The base is probably completely. I think everyone else is probably going to be evacuated. The protocols say they should be evacuated, and you can teleport. So please get us out of here.
Yeah, I think in the middle of that speech. The move says 1 to 2 people with me.
Yeah.
So do I have to make multiple trips?
You can make multiple trips. It's going to require
Counterpoint.
multiple rolls.
Well, yeah.
Counterpoint, where are you going? Because I can survive out there.
You also, Joel, you understand now that you've calmed down.
Yep.
That thing saw what you did. If it sees you again, it's going to attack on sight. Now that you've calmed down, you also realize that you were seconds away from its mouth. That's why I counted down.
Okay.
It's perfect.
I leave it to the angel. Yeah.
All right. I mean, if I can't take all 3, then I would take the humans first.
Okay, so on the off chance this doesn't work, Joel, go to the other side of the base where the hatches are and just swim up as fast as you can. Cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
We can tell you where that is. Don't worry about that.
And I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay.
I can give you a map of the base over the little mystical communication. I see you have one of them.
All
cool.
right.
I need to get your number later.
I'm gonna start running towards the other side of the base, so that I can escape. Is my plan, and if you meet me there, you meet me there. Otherwise, I'm going up.
As soon as he's out of earshot, I don't like his chances.
I don't either. I don't know where that hatch is. And I go clap and then try to teleport.
Roll me your weird, please.
Mixed sense.
Again.
So for reference, I was trying to go back to my apartment in LA.
It doesn't quite go according to plan. You do teleport. No one's torn apart or anything like that. But when you said home, it misunderstood you, and it took you to the last home you were in. You're back in the pool.
And then
trying again?
You just hear in bubbles just motherfucker, and then poof, gone. Yes, I'm gonna try it again.
That's actually hilarious.
Come on!
That's even worse.
Another
I love
partial
it.
success. It's just gonna be a montage of just different teleportation fuck-ups.
It just doesn't. You're really bad at this. Do you need
Literally,
help?
the target is literally anywhere on dry land off the base.
I mean,
Let's
you
lower the
have
expectations.
to mention a very specific place, but you get to your apartment in LA. The other two are not with you.
And meanwhile on the base, that son of a bitch, he left us here.
Well, return
Wait,
to the
I
two
don't
of
know
you
if-
in a little while. Micah, this has happened before. You know you lost them. They're probably safe, depending on where they ended up. But you have no clue where these two are.
I'll call him
Probably
later.
safe.
Yeah, I'll call him later.
We can
That's
text.
code for call us never. Just assume they're fine. Okay, I have one last thing I wish to do now that we're like safe-ish, though. Where are we
You don't know
actually?
you're
we?
safe yet.
Mhm.
Yeah,
In fact,
exactly.
we're
I
here
need.
shortly.
Okay.
Joel,
Yes.
what are you
Oh,
doing?
boy.
Okay. I am gonna try and do what I'm told and get into. How much time has passed? My plan is to run to the opposite end of the station and go out another airlock there. So I would either be still running to try and get there. Or actually, you know what I would be doing? I would jump into the nearest tube and swim to get there faster. And I would be, I guess, at the point where I've locked the airlock and am trying to figure out how to open the airlock from the inside, because I'm alone here. And I kind of think.
You probably piece together that you can open the airlock before you go into the pool. And normally would matter. But
Right,
there's no
but because
humans here.
Okay, so I'm going to be opening the airlock
Hmm.
and then opening the bulkhead and swimming as far up and away from the horrible bitey thing as I possibly can.
The room that you left is completely broken with the pressure.
Right.
It almost takes you out as everything sort of... Yeah, it's not a pretty sight, but you get out. You've trained for this emergency scenario before. You're following procedure. It's like a fire drill, and you know what to do because you're a good shark boy. But now,
that's right.
I need you to roll to act under pressure again.
Yep, saw that
you're
coming.
trying to get out.
Yep.
Hey.
Yes! Thank you, dice gods!
Joel?
Yeah.
It doesn't spot you.
Yes!
You are able to slowly and gradually make your way towards the surface, or wherever you go, undisturbed.
I can sneak past it!
He's playing the spy games again.
Yeah, that spy game was great training for this.
Came in real handy trying to sneak away from the giant anglerfish.
Turns out he's just way more stealthy in water than on land. Who knew? That's the secret. He just has to be in water.
Yeah.
So I'm heading towards the surface. I'm going to assume that's just going to take a while because even at my speed, it's a long way.
This is the equivalent of like the distance of like Mount Everest to ground.
Yeah.
You're very, very deep down.
Yep.
And you also want to account for the pressure changes as well.
I was gonna say don't go up too fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would know that. Sharks know that.
With all this this is where the adventure officially concludes. And that section of the research station is just being munched on by a heartbroken anglerfish.
Oh.
who just lost the
Sorry.
child that they had found after all such a long time after their eggs were stolen. But
I'm a monster.
this is where
Turns out,
I mean, yes.
turns out the true monster in our adventure was the half man, half shark.
Was-
this is
He
where
really was the monster
the
of the week.
camera pans over as the credits are playing and our post-credit scene shows Dr. Harmeyer and James standing at a reception. In front of you is a young man. There's again a setup desk, there's heaps of phones, and everything is strangely white.
Oh.
And it winks at you. That's not how it normally works. How did the two of you get here?
I take a stock of things. I never imagined I would end here.
Do you have a phone?
He looks down at the 15 phones that are all over this desk.
I need to make a call.
Yes. When and where and who are you trying to get a hold of?
I don't think you have a phone just yet. What does the when matter?
You don't. You don't know where you are, do you?
It'll sink in. Just give me a minute. It'll sink in.
Okay.
I know exactly who to blame for this.
No. No blaming. No blaming.
I blame.
Just
I blame.
misunderst-
I blame.
Oh, no. You don't want to blame. That's not good thing. You don't want to do bad things here.
It's not a bad thing if it's literally somebody else's fault.
But they wanted
we have
good.
confusing memos on that one. Very conflicting. Depends, really. However,
So yeah,
how did you
they
get here?
wanted well. One of, I guess, one of your agents wanted us to teleport somewhere. Well,
Their agents? You mean that asshole Micah who just left us and just went somewhere else?
It's here.
There's a phone call. Well, in fact, this young man, you see that the name tag just says Peter, and he lifts one of the phones, sort of does the whole holding it against his shoulder, dials something, and the numbers are not numbers. It's symbols you've never seen before. Micah, your phone rings.
Your thing? Your mystical phone?
Yep. So the camera flashes over to the interior of a tailor shop, where Micah pulls his phone out of his pocket and realizes it's the office calling. Yeah.
I have two humans here. They said the asshole Micah dropped them off.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, I was trying to bring him home, and wires got crossed.
Yeah, you don't say. They're not meant to be here now. You know that, right?
Yes. Send them back?
Send them back to where you got
Why
them
is that
from?
so hard?
No.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Just everybody,
send
no,
him-
don't do that.
No. Send him to my usual haunt,
When and
which
where?
would be
Sorry,
referencing the. Oh, and then name the year. I don't know if it's 2020 or what, but
It's 2040.
I don't give a date, just a year. 2040, perfect. Call then.
Fantastic. I'll get right around to that after I finish everything else I have to do today. You owe me a big one. And he just hangs
You got it, bud.
Yeah, don't get off of work for another while. Usually never, but I do get breaks.
Century.
I'll get to you eventually. In the meantime, please take a seat. There's plenty of people wanting to talk to me right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And I really want to talk to Mike and punch him in his stupid face.
Oh.
Just writes a quick
That's it.
note on a notepad. And that is where we end today's episode.
Yay!
That was so much fun!
That worked out just as well as I ever hoped.
Oh,
Technically,
Nice.
Micah got his job done. That's what matters.
I mean, you didn't really shut anything down. You just got
I'm
up.
pretty sure it shut down.
Wow.
Man, do you know how long it's going to take to rebuild something like that? Jeez.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, it's also a matter of
Long
how
enough
long
for
the
someone-
anglerfish keep going.
It's fine.
I do like the idea of being hunted Jaws 3 style by, by an anglerfish. It's just still so mad.
Don't worry,
Ah.
it can't race to the it can't make the distance of the last 500 meters or so.
It's probably gonna.
Pressure.
It would go.
There's only so far I can go, so eventually
Yeah.
you are safe. But everything that's below that might get chewed. But yeah, that's why we have potential sequels. You never know. Yeah, thank you all
My luck was
so
amazing.
much because this was an absolute treat to run.
Oh yeah.
This is so heartwarming. Wow. So I would love to hear the answer to 4 simple questions, actually.
Oh. Oh right, yeah.
Ooh.
Fair part.
Who are you? What do you do? Where can they find you? And what was your favorite moment today? Because I think there were a lot of highlights in this one. So, Chabi, let's start with you.
All right, I am Chabi, also known as Hallway Secrets here on Twitch, Hallway 7 Secrets over on Twitter. You can find me on my own channel, streaming video games. Right now I'm doing Mondays and Saturdays. Oh god. Where can you find me next would be, well, I suppose that would be Void Cavalcade over on the Black Feather Guild. Come Saturday with both Polished and Echinorlax, among others. Yeah.
Just shouting that
and
channel out in chat.
yep. So that's who am I? What do I do? Where I'm from? And so
Who are you? What do you
favorite
do? Where can
moment-
they find your favorite moment? Yes.
That's the one. Yeah. Where am I from? That's not.
Yeah,
on the
I'm just
list.
like, you can
Um,
can tell that if you want, but
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
but let's not do that. Favorite part? There are too many to choose from. I think just all of the teleportation mishaps.
You couldn't land a
Just-
good teleport just to save your life. You say what
I
you saved
couldn't
yours.
roll. I couldn't roll anything. The highest I got was like an 8, I think, all night.
there's a lot of mixed,
No, I
mixed and partial
I got a
successes in PBTA.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but that's okay.
Yeah. Izzy, what about you?
Well, as you can see, I'm Izzy on the couch. Spoiler, there's no couch. It's
I have
downstairs.
been wondering about that this entire
No, the truth is
stream.
the couch is downstairs, and I can't be bothered to bring it upstairs. I eventually want to sit on a couch and play games, but I have to move first. Into a
Is he
place
on
that
the
doesn't have
couch? No, in fact,
a...
he's
No,
not.
I'm not. That's part of the pun. But you can find me on Twitch, same name. I usually play video games. I like to do tabletop stuff, but I mostly just end up complaining about it while playing other games that terrify me, like Subnautica and other stuff. I hope you like people who complain a lot, because I do, but it's like because I want it to be better. That's not a great sell. No, like I said, not great. No, we go there, we have fun. I like to chill out and play things that are just supposed to be fun. Sometimes they're not, though. There are some real stinkers.
I mean, you're not
you
wrong.
There's some real stinkers.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter, same handle. I'll be around on Tuesday, playing stuff. I think I lost my save on Subnautica, so I have to start over. I should have
Awesome.
backed it up. I didn't.
And yeah, did you mention a favorite part today?
I didn't, and I think my favorite part today is Joel getting to actually be a monster. That and the Mickey Mouse thing.
Sweet. Echinorlax. Go for it.
I'm Echinorlax. You can find me under this nick on both Twitch and Twitter. I'm not streaming yet, but I plan to. So far, I only play TTRPG games at other channels like here. Thank you for this amazing opportunity. And well, I do this all to fight my speech impediments, because that's my goal here.
Awesome.
And my favorite moment is, well, making that choice today is so hard. I can say what was my least favorite moment, making that choice now.
Yeah. I'll take it.
My favorite. No, actually, no. I won't be able to make that choice because that was an amazing game, so full of fun. Yeah, I refuse to make that choice.
All right, Jimmy.
Hi, I'm Jimmy. You can find me on Twitter at roleplay_James, or you can hire me to run your next RPG at gm4hire.com.au. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm a role player. I'm a former reality TV personality, and you can find me next when I'll be playing with Polished again. When we play It Came From Beneath the Seas, and that's happening for our Australian viewers, Friday morning. Everyone else, I believe, Thursday afternoon. I'm not sure.
Kind of.
That's about right. That's
Yeah.
about right.
It's effectively we're playing before Critical Role. That's when we'll be on.
For Critical Role.
Before Critical Role.
Yeah, so we're going to be playing that. A favorite moment, honestly, probably. I mean, I get to roleplay so rarely. I'm often running the games, so getting to play such a wholesome, sweet, delicious,
Bag of
lovely
rage.
shark boy. Well, I mean, probably the best moment for me is when I was like, "Good person, you're being good people by protecting me." But a good person would protect you too, and making a stand for himself. I feel like that was a real character development moment. But it's all been so good. It's such a ever since I knew I could play a shark boy in this game, I've loved the idea.
Oh, you should have heard him in like the pre-game stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get to be a shark man. I have restrained so many Street Sharks references today.
Yeah.
Painful.
Right. And well, I'm Polished. If you found this stream, you found my channel. We do heaps of one-shots and actual plays, both campaigns and shorter ones, obviously, like I just said. And we also do a show called Tavern Talks, where we sit around and chat about all things tabletop related. I am next going to be found on the Onyx Path channel for one of their charity drives where I'll be running They Came From Beneath the Sea. There's a reason we were practicing deep sea adventures today. Yeah, so if you enjoyed today's stream, that's one to keep an eye out for. Who am I? So, who are you? What do you do? Where can they find you? All of those things have been covered. My favorite moment, however, gosh, just when, I think, personally, when I realized that this was going to be a lot of fun. There's always that like sense where you go into an adventure and you're like, these people I've never played together as a group. I've never run this scenario. I wonder how it's going to go, especially since we had so many tech issues before the stream. We had a player who had tech issues where he unfortunately had to drop out. So it was high stress, and then yes, this is amazing. So yeah, that was my favorite part. We are gonna go on a raid. I'll just double check that they're still live because I've already done that once this week. Yeah, no, she's still on. Perfect. We're gonna go say hi to Mel, and I hope you'll join me for that. Let's go. All right, raid active. Come on in. 3, 5, excellent. Join us. Join us. Don't know why I'm doing that. All right, let's go.
Charge.